Yeah, because Dallas beat them 30-40.
Dallas
or
trash.
34. But Dallas outscored them 40-34 that game. That was Dak's perfect game, wasn't it? Like, hey, remember what we said in the show?
No hot takes?
No, trash is not a way to...
Garbage.
John did it.
Garbage.
I did.
Oh, you put us on mic again? Man.
Give me a new...
I can't believe you did that. All right, guys, and we are live. I can't believe he just did that to me. Had us on mic right off.
Hey, it's
Apparently, as soon as he started the show, he likes to turn the mics on us.
As soon as you talked football.
All right. Welcome back to those of you who have been with us since we started, and I appreciate all the recent subscribers that are here. Also, all of you in that chat, we also appreciate your support in the show.
Love you.
So today's Saturday, February 11th, and we are about to, we're about 34 hours from the Super Bowl. I actually put the hours down.
Oh, wow.
I was like, we're about to
Nerd.
run 34 hours long. All right. Today we're going to do the show a little bit differently. We're going to split it up into two different parts.
Are we?
Yeah. So the beginning half of the show, for those of you that like off-season talk, we're going to talk about interior offensive linemen, and we're going to get into some of the grades and where we think these guys might fit in the NFL. Also, we are going to talk in the second half of the show, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl 57, about Chiefs and Eagles, and we are going to get into some particulars with what we think these standouts of the players will be, and obviously who we think is going to win, and then some prop bets that we like the best. So for those of you out there that like betting, we're going to have some fun with that today.
We're going to help you lose some money.
We're going to help you lose some money. I also added another bet today. So
Cash in your 401k.
That's right, baby.
I think I got 5 or 6.
You know what everybody says on YouTube? Don't come to me for advice. Come to me for advice. But be prepared to lose it all.
Don't sue me.
Right?
I am not a financial advisor.
All right.
Get ready. Call a lawyer.
So, but before we do all that, we're going to jump into the news and rumors today.
Who do we got?
And we're going to go hop into that. Oh yeah, let me do the intros for all of you that are, you know what, I mess up every now and then. But for all of you that aren't here always, so we have me, obviously, KJAM on the mic, talking to you guys right now as your host. You have Steve over here, my wonderful co-host who's been here through thick and thin.
The easily forgotten Steve.
Look at that massive head. He doesn't even fit on screen anymore.
I do fit on screen.
head-
I have a tiny
It's like a
head.
bobblehead. You guys will get to know the other family member of the show who is our autistic brother-in-law,
You're
and that is
autistic.
Wheels.
It's because you have
I moved a
seven.
brother-in-law. I'm so excited.
You're autistic, though.
It's gonna be a good show.
He's
Well, happy
upgraded,
everybody's
though.
here.
He's married in? Oh, Lord.
All right, and then as always, you have Johnny G on the mic who helps us in the background and takes care of everything.
go
Thank
blue?
you
on,
again.
everybody.
Did you go blue because it's your favorite color?
No, this is what KJ had. What he found.
Because I can't make it green because it would literally disintegrate and not show up in the playoffs.
No, they show up in the playoffs, just not the championship.
So, all right, so that's everybody in the show. So let's jump into the news and rumors for today, and let's go.
Audio Jungle.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Hi. Hello. We're here. We talked about it on Wednesday, right? Who we thought we were going to get an MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. All that came out on Thursday. And, John, go to bring that up.
Please tell them what you're talking about.
The MVP voting.
Yes.
Okay.
The-
NFL
Don't have
how do
it.
you not
I
know?
didn't
He was-
have that in the news.
He's got a lot of
That
buttons.
is news.
He's got a lot of buttons there.
Yeah, you didn't
NFL
tell me what
honors.
news you were going to talk
Jesus
about.
Christ.
Everything you made, he's going to be in the news.
This guy. Look. Oh, that's a good Joe
All right.
Thomas pick. Look at it.
Dude,
Look
I
at
love
him.
that Joe Thomas pick in
That's a
there.
good Joe Thomas
First
pick.
one that showed up, I'm like, I have to use it.
You called the Zach Thomas
So
kid.
that's all the whole.
I did call Zach Thomas. I mean, he should have been in. Darrell Revis. That was. I don't know.
I told you that was going to happen because he was the best corner on the list.
Yeah.
And if you looked at who he played against, he played some of the best wide receivers that ever played in the NFL. So,
I don't disagree.
Which is true. I
but,
mean, like Revis Island was a thing. So
However,
yeah, you get nicknamed.
Devin Hester should have been in.
Devin Hester got snubbed.
Devin Hester is a snub, but like we said, it's one of those positions where
There was only
it's-
two defenders or two offensive people in.
Yeah, but it's one of those positions. A lot of these guys are on the waiting list, and it's just one of those positions where like he'll probably get in the next chance.
Most likely.
So
Well, this was his.
They-
Yeah.
this is his first. This is
They
his first.
did rename it an award. I don't know if you have that.
Oh, for Russian leader.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did they do?
They renamed it the
There was Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawing a blank. I'm an
Yeah, so
idiot.
Josh
Oh,
Jacobs
because
got
of
the Jim Brown.
average yards per carry.
Yeah.
Yep. No, not average yards. It was shit. It was Russian leader.
Yeah, it was a rushing lead. It's the so instead of it
That's on
being
the
the
season.
rusher leading
Yesterday.
award, it's
All
now
right.
the
You
Jim
jumped
Brown
stats
rushing
on me.
award.
You
Yeah.
you jumped to the other
It
news
was-
on us.
Yeah, it was just
Alright.
that's
God, you're so out of
It's just saying. It's
path.
just-
Right.
All right, so yeah, I mean, can you go back to the Hall of Fame? So we're gonna probably talk a little bit more about this after the Super Bowl, just because we'll get into the Hall of Fame game and we'll kind of talk about those guys later in the off season, because that's what in like August.
Yeah.
Hall
I
of Fame
think
game?
the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame game and all that stuff, and that's when all these guys get inducted in. So we'll probably talk about that more. But congrats to all of these guys showing up.
Yeah, big props.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
look at that. Wow.
Good
All
job,
right.
DJ.
That's a sweet picture, though. I like that one.
Look at that.
Go ahead, Steve. Continue.
I didn't know this. Look at him. Look at him.
Don't be an all. He's going over your MVP talks and all that stuff. so-
Is he?
Yeah, he's jumping at a
he's
gun.
just doing everything.
He's jumping the gun.
He's
for
running.
you.
He's running his own show here. He's doing his own thing. Yeah, Mahomes got the MVP. We all said he was going to get the MVP. About halfway through the year when we talked about it, we thought it was a little up in the air.
Well, until injuries, right?
Until injuries, right? Tua was on board. I mean, at least for a comeback player. But
Comeback player.
Jalen Hurts was in there.
Jalen Hurts was in there.
Joey B.
Joey B was in
My
there.
issue with Joey
But-
B even trying to be in there, and I'm a Burrow fan, is that he didn't show up till like week 5. Patrick Mahomes there all year. Jalen Hurts was there all year.
That's
like,
I mean, he was third, fourth on the list from what I was seeing.
right, and that's why the Brock Purdy thing for me was also a joke.
For MVP?
No, for rookie. I'm just saying, like
I
when
think he
people talk
finished-
about these
For
guys.
rookie,
finished
for rookie it's
third.
different, yeah. For rookie, it would be
I think he finished third.
Yeah, he did.
And voting.
for MVP?
No, offensive rookie of the year.
Well, he should. I
Who
mean,
was
he should've.
2? If you tell me,
Kenneth Walker.
it
Yeah.
better.
But he
be
should
Kenneth
have. He
Walker.
should have won though
Well,
because he had more votes.
Well, so Kenneth.
Wait,
no,
what?
No,
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker had more first place
Yeah.
votes by 1.
I'm sorry. Is that more than none?
That's more than Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson.
but
Well,
Garrett
no,
Wilson at
but-
18.
But per the points, Garrett Wilson finished with 156. Walker finished with 129 total.
He gets shafted.
Is that because he got less second place votes?
Apparently,
Yes. So
Like, how does that even work?
So
Is
Wilson
this-
was 18, 19, and 9. Walker was
Apparently
19-8-10.
Apparently we run
As
our
the electoral-
well, yeah, I was going to say.
I was about to say that.
Apparently we run it like our elections in the United
Yeah.
States.
Oh, Jesus.
So I apologize, but that is horrendous. Okay, go ahead. What else you got in there? You can talk about all these guys that won. Do you have them all?
Yeah, we can talk
You know who
about
they are?
them. Yeah, we got Nick. Why is Dak there?
Because
Walter
Dak,
Payton of the
Walter
Man of the
Payton,
Year.
Man of the Year,
Yeah,
for his foundation for fundraising for
Whatever.
colon cancer.
I mean,
Because he had to spend the first 5 weeks of the year, building
doing
that up.
fundraising.
Nick should have
I
won
mean,
it.
he
That's
finished
good.
the year with fundraising.
Sauce Gardner had no business winning
you
defensive.
No.
Do you think it had anything to do with Wakanda Forever?
Jeez.
Colon, that's how he died, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
And his mom also died the same way.
my stepfather passed from colon cancer too.
I'm just saying, but seems to happen in a weird year, right?
So
little.
So for the
Just saying.
defensive rookie of the year, Sauce had 46 votes, and then Hutchinson had 3, and then Woolen had 1.
Yes, Ryan, you're right.
Hutchinson had 3 votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
Sauce
yeah.
had his stats. What won it for him was his pass to defended. 20. That's a high.
No.
high
Yeah,
stat.
but-
So what Ryan's referring to is Russell Wilson's
Russell Wilson.
charity.
Yeah,
Gives- or-
no, he said it didn't steal like Favre's charity.
Right.
That's what he's joking about.
No, that's Russell Wilson.
Him and Brett
Oh yeah, Russell Wilson's charity.
Yeah,
Yeah. My
Favre
bad.
Must
Yeah.
have the same lawyer.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, Sauce had no business winning that award. Garrett Wilson, sure.
Allegedly.
But Kenneth Walker, allegedly. Kenneth Walker probably should have won that too, if I'm being honest. I mean, JJ, we all saw JJ.
Do you think?
You're just saying
Do
things. Can
you
you
think
please
this
speak?
was in the script?
Can I put what?
You're just saying things. JJ what?
JJ, Offensive Player of the Year.
All right.
You're
Like
right.
you just say JJ. It's like you're looking at the graphic and you're talking about the graphic.
What about it?
Gino had no.
That's what I'm
business
asking
winning
you.
comeback.
What about it?
Yeah.
JJ.
Oh my God.
People, they're watching it. They see it.
Who else would have? Who I don't know who finished second behind JJ. Honestly, I mean,
I don't have.
yeah, I
anything.
think I think he won
He ran
running
away
away
with
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, Sauce. I think got it because of his name. Aiden Hutchinson, bad defense, first time head coach. I think he well deserved it.
For Dale?
No,
First time head coach.
Aiden Hutchinson,
Dan
Dan Campbell, my friend.
he's on a roll. Let him
He
go.
wouldn't
And
face
then
that.
He's on a roll. Let him go.
Gino-
Go ahead, Wheels. Continue.
Geno Smith has no business. What did he come back from being dog shit?
Geno-
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, the same thing.
I would
Chad
give it to
Pennington won
CMC or Saquon Barkley.
twice. Shake one.
Okay, guys. So Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa won Defensive Player of the Year. Dak was the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Garrett Wilson was the Offensive Rookie Player of the Year. Your Defensive Rookie Player of the Year was Sauce Gardner. JJ was your Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Your Coach of the Year was Brian Dable for the New York Giants.
shouldn't have won that.
And Russell Wilson's a thief, and that's why he should
mean,
be in the background.
Nick Bosa was pretty much everybody knew that was going to happen. Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
I just
And
like
offensive player was JJ. So
Right.
those, I mean, if
Those,
you
those
wanted to
two
bet,
awards were seen coming, plus MVP with
Yeah.
Mahomes. That was all.
and
all three
Brian
of those were
Dable
seen
was a little bit of a surprise
There
for me
he
because
is.
there was about 3 coaches that I think deserved it.
over. Yeah, I didn't think.
So I mean,
and
Doug,
oh,
Doug
yeah.
Peterson.
So for the votes, Dable had 16, Shanahan had 12, McDermott had 7, Sirianni 6, Peterson 5, Andy Reid 2, Campbell 1, Kevin O'Connell 1.
the fact that Sean McDermott had that many and they
Right.
still played that bad is
Well, Sean McDermott
hilarious.
got that many because one of his dudes died, and then he's miraculously making a crazy.
yeah, but
comeback
he didn't
now.
do anything. One of the training staffs did.
Yeah, it's all right though. They just. Never mind.
Sean
I don't know. Yeah, my thing is the whole reason for Coach of the Year is usually you took a team from here to here. They were playoff bound last year.
Yeah,
Right.
So Sean McDermott shouldn't even be in conversation.
You shouldn't
with
even be in that conversation.
No.
Because what did you do to
Same with
improve
Kyle
last-
Shanahan. I mean, I guess with the Brock Purdy situation, but
He overcame a lot.
I mean,
Correct.
he had
Yeah.
3 quarterbacks this year.
Right.
I don't know. That's different.
But, like, that's
still
why, like,
taking a team, in
That's
my opinion.
why I didn't like Stefanski winning Coach of the Year because he really didn't coach well. The team just
No.
played well, but
Yeah.
they did go from 0 to hero essentially that
Yeah.
year. So I understand why he got it.
Well, sure.
Well, and he was a lot more risky
But-
with his play calls compared to any year after that.
Which is why a lot of people argue for the Detroit Lions
yeah,
coach.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
that's
Dan
like
Campbell.
Doug Peterson. I think Doug Peterson
Dougie P should've won it.
got snubbed a little bit. I like Brian Dable. Don't get me wrong; he did really good, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, Doug Peterson definitely stepped up with having Trevor Lawrence come back from a really bad rookie year with a really bad head coach to bringing his team to a playoff bound. And I mean, I think they surprised everybody. I think Trevor Lawrence took a really good leap, and I think he's only going to emphasize on it next year. And I think
Right.
Doug Peterson is the reason for that, and they get Calvin Ridley back.
Yeah, they
Which a lot of
could be
people don't
scary.
realize.
They could be scary. We'll talk about that jumping up to the draft because I think they can be really scary depending on what they do in the draft. And they actually have, we were talking about earlier today, or we're going to talk about today, is they have actually linemen pretty much locked down. So Trevor Lawrence is kind of protected too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and he'll only grow with his linemen. His
Yep.
linemen, they'll learn each other.
Yep.
So
You do
that'll-
that every time too.
It's supposed to stay off.
That's funny.
Well,
That's what it is.
Is there anything else you got in news and rumor for today?
We got the defamation case. Pat McAfee is getting sued by Brett Favre.
So
And
there's
Shannon,
multiple
and
lawsuits
Shannon
going on.
Sharp.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's multiple lawsuits that sprung up from Wednesday.
Okay.
So the first one is the player disability and survivor benefit plan, and each of the members.
I like that
including
if
Roger
you can't
Goodell.
read it, nobody else can read it.
Yeah, you should
I'm
split
just
this
letting you
up.
know that. So if I would just zoom in on it so you could read it and then move it around at this point.
You have one with Brett Favre suing Shannon Sharp, McAfee for defamatory
And the-
allegations.
And the county auditor.
Yeah.
Then he also pulled out for I think he pulled that one out.
Yeah, pulled out.
Yeah.
Well, because the county auditor is the only one that knows the facts.
Right.
The county auditor actually came out and tweeted at him and said, "I'll apologize if you give back all the money." And he didn't even say allegedly. So,
Oh, really? Oh, that was Bo. That's dirty,
What?
so
Kelly.
What about it?
I knew Kelly
pulling
wouldn't say
out.
anything. It's fine.
I don't.
So all right,
Pulling out. Hold on.
Just-
I'm trying to pull up the other thing.
you're good. I can't really read those tweets.
I mean,
so
Right.
I
I
don't-
can't read them all,
Defamation
so that's-
cases really don't.
they don't land because
I
you have
mean-
to prove malice.
I mean, Johnny Depp was pretty much the only
Yeah.
one in recent history, and that had just big coverage because of the names.
Well, it
but-
got turned back over though.
Yeah.
It got overturned
Oh, did it?
because
Okay.
he won the counter lawsuit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I mean that, and the U.S. didn't want to let anybody see the Ghislaine Maxwell case.
So the next one is the NFL is facing a $6
We're not
billion
gonna get
Allegedly.
lawsuit over increased Sunday ticket prices. Both residential customers and commercial customers,
They lost a lawsuit or they just got a lawsuit?
they are facing a lawsuit.
So they just
Wow.
They like bars, restaurants, and bars
For
are
gouging.
alleging the NFL limited televised games and drove up costs.
Wow. They're
Well,
so
it
they're
is a
suing the
mono-
NFL for price
It's a
gouging.
monopoly. I mean, what do you expect?
It is a monopoly.
You know what I expect? I expect the government to step in and open the books.
You're expecting too
I
much.
want to see the books.
You got to call John Taffer for that.
I want to see the books.
So we
next-
shut him down, stepped in, busted open the books.
Next one is federal judge certifies Sunday ticket antitrust class action lawsuit on behalf of more than 2 million subscribers. If
Show
plaintiffs
me
get-
the books.
If plaintiffs get an
Me
injunction,
either.
that's a problem not only for NFL but also for YouTube TV, which the ticket is moving to this year.
Show me the books. Show me the book. I'm telling you, man. There's all the antitrust now. That's the monopoly you're talking about. All the antitrust stuff's coming in.
Yep.
All right,
You
so
don't
And
think
then
the
the last-
NFL and the government are in bed. You're kidding yourself.
They're all
They
working
definitely are.
together?
Yeah, they're all working
And then
together.
the last
don't
lawsuit
know.
is Michael Irving filing a $100 million lawsuit against a woman who accused him of misconduct, which
That-
caused him to
to lose his job.
right for the Super Bowl coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Irving's
one was-
attorney says he is the latest victim of "quote unquote" cancel culture,
Me too.
where all
Yeah,
it takes
100%.
is an accusation to ruin a person's life.
I mean, look.
You want to know what's funny about the Michael Irvin thing, though? Michael Irvin, in my mind, is an idiot
I mean, he is.
because he's
But-
come out multiple times and talked about the sexual things he's done
Yeah.
Right.
on YouTube channels.
right.
He's like, oh man, the things I used to do in hotels with girls, man, I probably should go to jail. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
There was a guy on it was like before the
Allegedly.
Pro Bowl before the Pro Bowl this year. He's like, and the guy's like, "What's one thing nobody knows about you?" And he just straight faced, "I'm really into feet."
Oh, Michael Parsons.
Like
it was
left
Michael
field.
Parsons.
Yeah,
Michael
Parsons
Parsons says,
like, "I'm
"Yeah, I got
really
a
into
foot
feet."
fetish.
Like, who says that?
This
Like,
dude said, I got a foot fetish.
yeah, he's like,
The-
"I got a foot fetish."
The
Like,
guy,
what the-
My
guy-
buddy Chuck says that
Oh
all the
my
time.
God! The guy asked. So the guy looked at me. He's like, "You like sucking toes?" He's like, "Yeah."
and the guy is like, he's just in shock. He's like, "Okay." Like,
Mike is
moving
not a
on.
bad guy, though.
No,
so,
Mike
like,
is funny, but
No,
like,
but it's just like, who says that? Like,
Right.
I guess.
and you got to pick toe jam. on your feet.
International,
Jesus
just on
Christ.
the internet.
All right, do
So-
we have-
Anyway,
do we
one
have
more
anything
thing.
else? Okay.
AJ Green. That's it.
Yep.
Goodbye.
bye.
He retired last year.
He should have retired last year.
Yeah, I mean, he ruined his career. Well, he ruined what his
He
career
ruined
looked
his-
like
Yeah,
based on the last 2 years.
his averages, yeah.
That I'll never forget the hit off the helmet in the end zone.
Yes.
Like he just doink right off the helmet, wasn't even looking. Like that's not the AJ Green that I remember playing against in Cincinnati, who caught everything that went.
Yeah, the
his way.
dude was a freaking vacuum.
I mean, 14.4 yards. You know,
Right.
That's
And
that's
it should have
very
been-
that's impressive.
That should have been way higher if he didn't
Is-
play.
That's with Andy Dalton.
So since we were talking
Yeah,
about Hall
yeah.
of Fame,
Red
do you
Rocket.
think he's first ballot?
No.
Or
Well, you know what? I have to see his class.
Okay.
Retiring this year, though, you got Tom
Tom-
Brady on the
that's what I was about
ballot.
to
You have
say,
J.J.
so-
Watt on the ballot.
so there's only how
You
many
don't
guys,
need an
how many
AJ
guys
Green.
get in
so.
though? How many guys get in on average?
9, I think.
Okay,
it's-
so
I would say, well, it also depends on who he's going up against, right? So J.J. and Tom Brady are
they're both
That's
in.
first,
There's
that's
no
two right
questions
there.
asked.
Well,
There's no questions asked.
So here's the thing, like Andre Johnson, if it waits that long, Devin Hester waits that long,
What
Torrey
if-
Holt waits that long.
What if,
Yeah.
you,
All of
well,
them
that's what I'm
retire.
saying. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. And then what if Kelsey retires? Jason.
I think he retires after. Do you think he retires after this season?
Well, that's some of the.
If-
That's
I think he
if
does.
He wins.
After they
he's-
win, yeah.
Oh,
if he
we'll
wins.
get into that.
So I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
sure will.
So what else we got? Is that
That's
it?
it. That's what I.
There's
John's
one
got
other
some.
thing,
Okay. Yep.
which is Cliff Kingsbury meeting with Houston for their OC position,
It's a meeting.
and
It's nothing.
Houston taking.
I mean, something. We
49ers
literally
chief
said he
of
wasn't going
staff.
to come back to the NFL this year.
Right.
So that's something to talk about because
I like Cliff as an OC. I do not like him as a head coach.
right, and you go where D'Amico has got the defense.
Yeah, and
you get
can
to run the offense.
And you can get an offensive, possibly. I mean, I'm not calling him an offensive genius, but a guy who knows it very well and can produce an air raid offense that
John,
will
bring
work
that
for
up
most
again real quick.
quarterbacks coming out of college. I think that's going to fit that system.
Chief of staff. Oh,
Yeah.
that is big.
I do like Cliff Kingsbury as a OC, not a head coach.
I don't know.
So
There's nothing that proves that, right? Because Kyler Murray still has actual talent, right? And there's nothing that
in
says
the
that
Call
that
of
was
Duty
Cliff.
community.
yeah, he has
Yeah.
like I think a 1.4 KD last time I saw.
Oh, you know what? That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid in our books.
All right, I mean, I'm.
Yeah, but what's his objectives? He's not good at objectives, so.
Now, he's not good at playing search. He's not good at
Yeah,
capture
like
the
I'm just
flag.
saying, like we could shoot all day, but
He's a
can
good
you, can you
TDM
win?
guy, free for all. Yes.
Can you win? That's what he does in the NFL too, right?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
All right, so let's
That's all I.
So Kelly said Josh McCown is also the QB coach for the Panthers. I did not see that information.
that I think that happened 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did not see that.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Because that is in the news this week too. So let's jump into they mean well, and then we will get into our interior offensive line scouting talk.
Let's do it.
So
I'm telling you, she looks like a Who person.
that was the
Grinch.
thing I wanted to
The
do was
Grinch.
put
I
Cindy
actually,
Lou Who's face
I
over it.
apologize because I actually saw that when I saw her like silhouette come up on TV for the
Yes.
halftime show. I was like, oh my god, the Who's are showing up to the halftime.
I was gonna put Cindy Lou Who peeking in through the side, like sideways.
She should sue her for defamation.
I think we should get rid of the halftime show and just do a halftime Pee Wee football game.
Let's do a halftime comedy show.
That too. Yeah.
Like,
no,
Bert
people-
Kreischer. Oh my
can't.
God, that would be
He's
hilarious.
too
Bert
offensive.
Kreischer.
He would offend too many people.
So,
Go ahead.
but for the first one is the Eagles doing anything they can to get in Andy Reid's head, and it's the quote unquote weather balloon that just flew over the United States.
Is
and
that the
it
Burger
has
King?
The Burger King slogan.
Are you
for
serious?
for the commercial.
Oh,
Oh my,
shit.
that is pretty funny.
Oh man.
What? He's not that fat.
Yes, he is.
No, what do you
couldn't
remember
even
what
say
he said when he
straight face,
Hold on.
KG.
I know. I
KJ,
know.
do you remember what he said when he won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs the first
gonna
time?
go get a
I'm going to Wendy's.
He's going to get a cheeseburger.
No, he
that's
did
how
not
he's
say that.
celebrating
Oh
with his
my
win. It's getting a
God.
cheeseburger.
I wonder what kind
and,
of fine he took because you're supposed to say I'm going to Disney World.
No. You
and-
don't have to say that.
And when
do.
the NFL announced that they're going to the Germany, his first thing was he is excited to get
Brat.
get a
He's-
bratwurst.
He's got to get his sausage.
Yes.
It's not
So
God. Well,
yes.
The name,
I mean,
with the name like Reed, you know, he might his
Right.
heritage might be from that
yeah,
area.
it's definitely going to be a rivalry game.
Yeah, can't remember who they're facing in Germany, but yes, that was the first thing he said when he found out
Andy Reid's gut and a
that
Whopper.
the Chiefs are
It's
going.
a hell of a rivalry.
All right, so those are pretty funny, man. I like
That
those.
that was a good one.
He loves burgers. I love burgers.
You guys can vote this. Yeah, he does love burgers.
Who doesn't love a
apparently.
burger?
Yeah,
So
come on, who doesn't like a burger? Even Wheeler eats burgers. Look
So,
at him.
so I was gonna put what's his face from Popeye in that as well.
Pluto?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Always-
Olive oil.
Yes.
Yeah, she kind of does look like olive oil on that. one.
So
He looks like
That's kind of funny. No.
No, Rihanna didn't look like Olive.
no,
Oil.
Andy Reid.
No, Andy
Oh, the
Reid.
burger guy.
Yes.
I will happily give you. Yeah.
He's always munching on a burger. Yes.
That's a good
You
one.
can't say munching and olive oil in the same statement on a podcast.
Or on.
Canceled. Hashtag cancel John.
You know, they won't cancel Popeye, but they canceled the skunk.
Hashtag
Just
unplug the
throwing that
mic.
out there.
Yeah.
Unplug the mic.
All right, so let's jump into the offseason talk, right? Let's get into these interior offensive linemen. We're going to be going over the guards and centers today.
There you go,
And-
Kelly. See? Sorry.
What?
No, that's what I was trying to,
Oh, yeah, that's what they can say. Whatever, right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Until we get monetized.
All right. So,
Until
what do you guys want to go over first? Do you want to do guards then centers? Or you want to do centers then guards?
Whatever. How you got your keypad? Whatever works for you guys.
I have all of them on one.
Yeah,
we'll,
it's
we'll do
fine.
centers first.
All right. So let's go over these centers. What do you guys have as your top? Well, Wheels. Who do you have as your top prospect coming into this draft as a center?
Luke Whippler out of OSU.
All right.
You got him beating Schmitz?
Yes, I do.
Oh shit, son. Okay.
I like.
Okay, baby.
I like his inside work. I don't think he gets beat on the inside too much when he has to push off.
You saying he really
get to
likes
the-
it inside?
Yeah, all day, every day. He's got strong hands.
Yeah, he's quick with his hands and strong.
He's got good football IQ too, which I mean, for a top prospect, you want that because you don't want to sit there and coach him day in and day out as a top guy coming out of the draft. You
And
want
he is
him to
good
be
on the second
ready.
level, too.
Yeah, he gets to the second level quick.
All right.
But my only
It is
gripe on him would be his limited arm length.
Yeah, he's
He's kind of short framed.
So if you guys look at
armed.
if you guys look at those stats, those percentiles, the lower you are on the percentile, that means you are not good
really 20%?
in that
Yeah.
position. The higher you are on the percentile, it means that you're a standout in that
So
position.
then, what is
in that measurement.
I'm sorry for trying to cut you off.
You're
What
good.
is a
Dick.
good arm length for a lineman?
What is a good arm
Hold
length
on,
for a
I actually have
lineman?
that. Hold on,
I think
hold on,
it's
hold on.
34 inches.
So if
30,
Is right around the
33 to
middle.
34 inches
Is right around the
is
mid.
average for
Yeah.
offensive line as a whole.
So
Yeah.
that's only
It's 30 to 34 for all NFL players.
so that's like 1 to 2 inch difference, which
Well, yeah, but it's huge when you're looking at
That's
each
massive.
direction. That's why you look at arm span, and the arm span is only in 25 percentile.
is
So
that what
like
Steve's wife tells him?
arm span,
I mean, he had 14
the
hurries,
2
one
inch
hit, one
difference.
sack coming out too. So he played well through
All right.
his career at OSU.
You got him as a day 3 guy?
Well, hold on.
Sorry,
I mean,
buddy.
well,
I have a
well,
late,
you
late
got to.
second for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So that's a day.
Yeah.
That's a day 2, day 3 guy. I mean, so it just depends on who goes where. So we'll not jump into that really quick. Steve,
Right.
who do you have as your top guy?
Schmitz.
Okay,
Guy out of Minnesota.
Maryland, you mean? Oh no, it is Minnesota. My bad.
it's Minnesota. That's all right. So that's another good guy, but he's got that longer arm span. He's in the higher percentile for arm span. And then he's a big guy, quick to in pocket, seals. Both of them are smart guys, right? They're both really smart centers.
Yeah, they're both very good.
Yeah. And they both can get to the second level, essentially. They're
Yeah,
both,
he's a really good run blocker too.
Yeah.
From what I watched.
yeah. So both these guys, I think tit for tat, personally, I think these both will be long-time
Yeah.
guys in the NFL.
My biggest gripe on John Michael Schmitz is he lunges and he's not really quick on his feet when he's blocking. He kind of gives. I don't want to say he gives up, but his
he
feet
gets
kind of
heavy-footed.
become stagnant.
Flat-footed,
Yeah, he
heavy-footed.
becomes a
can't-
little stagnant when he starts getting down in it with the block, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But he's good at sealing the pocket. So
Yes.
if the middle opens up, he's good at cleaning up the back end, essentially.
I mean,
Which he shouldn't be doing because why is the middle opening up? But
I don't know how much of it was his guards, right? Because I didn't look at that. I thought his
I think
gameplay
he's actually
itself
the
was
only
good.
guy coming out in this draft in Minnesota, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
No, I like he can get second level with ease, right? He's a team guy, right? He's got high football IQ in my opinion. He is a mauler. That's funny you have that in there. He is a mauler. He's
I
just
mean,
absolutely
I do know a
devastating.
little bit. I was doing 8 hours worth of research
was-
last night.
He was in the run game, right? So he was setting key blocks for Minnesota. He was a key guy. He was pulling out. He plays hard. He didn't quit. You know, he leaves it on the field. You could see him.
Running backs love who?
Yeah, he's the only offensive lineman
Travis
coming out
Frederick
from
was center
Minnesota.
for Cowboys. Oh, well.
Kelly, who do running backs love? I just trying to curious.
Schmitz, I think,
Oh, Schmitz.
because he'll open a hole.
He does.
But that's, I mean,
And he's
That
smart
means
enough.
women love him too.
And he's smart enough, and he has the ability to like pop off a D lineman onto a guard and then go second level. He has that ability.
yeah.
And that chipping is
He definitely
is key.
gets down.
So who do you guys have a comp for him or no? Because Ryan's got a comp up there right now. He's saying Travis Frederick used to play for the Cowboys.
It's hard to comp these guys.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's
I
hard
do-
to comp some of these guards
I
and
got 'em-
centers, so I do not have a comp.
No, I don't either.
That's fine. So the other question, I guess, was, did you guys see any standout performance from either of these guys, Whippler or Schmitz, that you guys this is what makes him a top tier guy?
Did we count playoffs? Because Whiffler looked really good in the Georgia game.
I'm talking all of his.
So I
college
mean,
career.
Jen's Georgia looked,
yeah, he
Whiffler
did.
looked really, really
he
good.
did.
I mean, I don't know if we're trying to use playoff because I like playoff because you're playing against, higher,
It's the only
harder teams. So I
mean-
want to see how you do against these hard teams. I don't want to see what you did against our children of the poor. I want to see what you do against top talent.
So I have a question.
Carter had one tackle that game.
I think both of them are.
so. That's big.
Can you go back to the Schmitz real
Yeah,
quick?
well, so that's what I was gonna say. So KJ, with the player summary, you have Whippler as a 4-star,
4-star recruit.
and you have Schmitz as a 3-star.
Yes.
Why is that?
So
No,
no, that's not us.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
That's
That-
how
that-
they were recruited
coming
coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that just means that one lived up to it. One lived up to his potential, and one went above and beyond his potential.
Okay.
So Schmitz,
Shaquan.
JMS played a lot better than what he was recruited as.
JMS, I love
Oh,
that.
okay.
And Whippler on the other side did what he was expected to do. He was a 4-star recruit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's what that means.
Just
No, you're good. I was gonna go over that since we bounced back and forth. On
Who's your top guy, KJ?
I would say Schmitz, but the only like you guys said, it depends on the talent you play. At OSU, I think Whippler did a very good job, and the run game was
Yeah,
solid
and
until their running back went down.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I'm going to say with Ohio State. You also have better offensive linemen around you, so you don't have to pick up as much slack as maybe John Michael Schmitz had to. But that's the same thing that you're playing higher talent, so it kind of evens out, but
Also, like you said, but here's the thing, right? Ohio State is every offensive lineman that comes out of Ohio State pretty much goes to the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what gets drafted in Ohio State is their O-line a lot of the time. So if I had to choose and I was going to actually draft a guy, I would say Whippler over Schmitz, just because based on the recruiting from that school, I know they're going to be coached well.
that's what
same
kind of
thing we
swayed
said
my
with Minnesota
opinion.
guys,
And
though.
not just because I'm an Ohio State fan, it just swayed my opinion is because of the talent he played.
That's understandable.
Now
So
that I agree with. I do agree. Right?
do you guys have either of these guys going anywhere? And if so, what teams do you guys see looking at these guys?
So
I like
they'll be. I think day 2 guys. Both of them will be day 2 guys.
yeah, let's start with Whippler. Where do you guys think?
Okay, so yeah, Whippler. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go ADP. Where do you see them going in the draft? Where do you see
rounds.
Whippler going in the draft?
I got both as third round
Both as late seconds.
So we're talking
Like early third.
we're talking somewhere between 40 to
Yeah.
40 to
I could
70.
see, I could
is
see
what you're
Cincy
thinking?
going after it. Cincy needs some offensive line work.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
Buffalo's going to need an offensive lineman, especially.
Eagles take Whippler in the second.
Well, possible.
Yeah,
So that's possible.
if you fell in love with them, it just depends. I mean,
See, I got
like I said, I have them as a
Schmitz
late
second.
second, so it's hard grading some of these guys because you don't know what's going to happen with free agency. But we're kind of, which I like. Okay, middle.
So maybe
middle of
we'll
second
come
for
back to
Ryan.
where they land. Let's go into the third center we have on our list and talk about them, and we'll come back to where they land because we can bring up the team needs. And she said to the Eagles, but I think one of the issues is a lot of people don't understand. The Eagles are pretty good at offensive line, and I don't know if they need anybody outside of Jason Kelce if they win.
Right.
And then there's also like the Jets. They're losing 7 offensive linemen this year.
Well,
And the Eagles have drafted pretty well in their O lineman. One of their O linemen is I believe it was a rugby player.
For who?
The
Eagles?
Eagles.
I do not know.
I believe he was a
sure.
rugby player.
Can't comment on that.
I'm not sure. Okay, so let's let's move on to the third pick, or let's move on to the third center for you guys.
Mine's a tie between Grant Gibson and Steve
Thanks,
Avila.
Trey, for being here.
Grant Gibson and who?
Steve Avila.
So you got Steve Avila tied with Grant Gibson in your mind.
Yeah.
Like both
Yeah, I
these
agree.
guys are tit for tat.
Yeah, Grant Gibson looks really
All right, so
good.
let's go over Grant Gibson first, since you're both kind of in the same place. What makes him a standout guy for you guys?
He's aggressive. He plays through the whistle. His feet don't stop moving.
You're good. Keep going.
and he's got strong hands. He's quick off the snap, and he chips down and gets to the second level quickly.
All right.
My grapes for him is he is not the greatest in space, and he is not good in double teams.
He's got tiny arms and big hands. That's good for a center, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick snap.
Yeah,
But the thing is, he
did think-
makes up
Just
for
saying.
with his lack of arm span, his arm length. He makes up for with aggression. So he'll get in your face and he'll try and close that gap to maximize his ability. And he didn't get thrown around a bunch. He's got strong hands,
Right.
so he's not going to let you just throw him around. He's
Okay.
gonna not hold necessarily, but he's gonna lock in on his block.
Right. All right. How about Avila? So what do you think about Avila, Steve?
So I like his pass pro. I watched I watched the Michigan game, the Fiesta Bowl. I watched against Oklahoma. Now in the Fiesta Bowl, he did play at left guard, but I watched him at left guard come through and pick up a block at right tackle during a pass pro. Like that takes skill, right? That's not necessarily planned. He had nobody. He knew he had nobody.
Well-
He knew where the line was going, and he picked up on it. So that shows good IQ.
Well, I think this is one of those things we were talking about earlier. A lot of these guys don't play to the whistle. This is one of those guys that plays to the whistle.
Yeah, there's a lot of these guys coming out that don't play to the end of the whistle. They stop moving their feet. They kind of, I don't want to say they give up, but they're just not super aggressive.
Right. So I mean, Avila and
I like
Grant Gibson, both those guys. Where do you guys got them? Where do you have Grant Gibson kind of ADP wise then?
I have him early to mid in the third.
I have him
Okay.
late. I have him late third as developmental.
So right now you guys have 4 centers possibly going in the third. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
I mean,
All right.
That's typical where they end up
yeah,
going.
I mean,
Okay.
there was only one last
later.
year getting drafted out of Iowa, Tyler Lindenbaum, and he was a stud. and
Well, yeah, he
proved
was.
it.
That was a guy that no matter what, like everybody knew
Yeah.
he was the best.
There's
center coming out of
usually
the
only
draft.
one center that comes out.
He's a
and-
generational talented center, though. That's the difference,
Yeah.
and he actually proved himself.
And Iowa produces really good offensive linemen.
yes, they do.
They've always have.
I actually think Avila goes before Gibson personally. I think Avila as a little bit more of, like you said, the guard opportunity. So you can go
He can
center
play
or
both.
guard
Yeah.
So
with Avila.
the way it works is if you can play center, you can probably play guard. If you have that experience in college, it works. It's better.
Ryan said the same thing. He has Avila going for over Gibson.
See, I don't know. I like Gibson's potential. I don't hate Avila. Obviously, I mean he's consistent. I like that he pulls quick. His run blocking's average.
So do
But-
you say Gibson's potential is higher than Avila's? Because if so, when you're taking a guy in the 4th, 5th round, you're going to go for the guy that has a higher ceiling.
Like I was going to say, ceiling wise.
Yeah, over roof, over floor. Sorry.
I think
I like Gibson's aggressiveness and his initial punch. I really like that he can knock you unsteady with that initial punch, and that is something that I think that Avila does lack. That is in my notes.
But Avila
and-
plays to the whistle, right?
I mean, sure,
That's something
but
you
so
can't
does Gibson.
teach.
No, but-
so does Gibson.
Okay.
the
okay.
biggest thing is a lot of these centers coming out, not including Avila and Grant Gibson, is they set high. They get these guys up high, and they kind of got to reposition, or they start bending at the waist, so they get uneasy. These guys, I don't see that with. These guys, I mean, they're stout. They hold their ground, and they push back, and they really don't get pushed back into the pocket. They push off into the second level.
Right.
That's what I'm saying from these guys.
Yeah, yeah. What about the so we got ADP for both these guys somewhere around late 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Yeah.
Like so, I would say probably mid 4th,
Okay.
lower 5th.
I got a late 5th for
Gibson?
for Gibson, and
Yeah.
I got a 4th for Avila.
So
Yeah, that's
Ryan's
what I would
saying-
say.
Ryan's saying breaking news that executives believe Packers are done and are going to trade Rodgers.
That's fine. I mean, it's not really breaking because it's not news.
Did Aaron
It's
Rodgers?
been talked
yeah.
about. That's for weeks then.
Did Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers coming out of his 4-day darkness?
Yeah, but we'll talk. We'll
I
talk
don't think so
about that a little later. So 5th guy. What do we got for our 5th guy right now?
I have Ricky Stromberg
Stromberg.
Stromberg out of Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't know where he
This
should
is
be
your
there.
this is your guy because
He should be
I
there.
do not have anything.
He's a late 4th for me.
Okay. What'd you like about him?
High football IQ for his age.
Okay.
I think he's 20, just over 22,
Love that.
and always finishes, blocks, plays for the whistle, great against the run, awareness, and football smarts. My biggest gripe on him is he's not super agile, and he kind of bends at the waist.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I don't have him
I
there.
don't hate that. I mean, that's hard. That's hard, right? Because you have him as a late fourth.
Yeah, late fourth, early fifth. I mean, he's kind of
So would you say he's like developmental?
he's definitely a project. He's not day
okay.
one.
So he's not going to come in
No,
and start.
he's not. He's a guy that you know we're going to need a center in a couple years. Let's draft one, see if we can develop somebody, see if he works out.
Let's take a shot at him. In the
Exactly.
fifth. Okay. I don't
So
hate
like
that.
I mean, he would work for some teams that your centers are maybe over 30, kind of get. I don't want to say on the older side, but he doesn't have those prime years left.
Good call, because I don't even have Stromberg down.
Yeah, I don't either.
My
I didn't see him at
Honestly,
all. No, I
wish would've
like
watched
that.
him.
No, I like that. So that's going to be one of those guys I'm going to have to look into.
Well, I think we're gonna have different guys in our top.
And that's fine.
what
And
we
that is
need.
fine. I appreciate that. So if that's the case, you actually have him kind of jumping what we have. Where do you see him going in the draft? in that case?
Late fourth, early fifth, but he's developmental. So like
Okay,
I
so
said,
you're
he's
saying-
going to go to a team that in a couple years will need a center that's primed and ready to go.
Okay.
So
Okay. So if Kelsey plays another year, that'd be a great team.
That's
for him
what I
to go
that's
to.
what I was about to compare him to. Yeah,
Well,
it's
isn't
the
Kelsey
Eagles.
35?
Yeah. Well, I'm just that's what he's saying for a guy that's about to go out
Yeah.
the door. So if they lose, right? He
Yeah,
said he
a guy
might not
who's
retire.
a guy who's past your 30s. That's when
Which is everybody in the NFL pretty much as a center right
Yeah.
now, except for Linderbaum. There's a lot of young guys, but they're not like
they're not prime.
Yeah, they're
top
not.
guys.
Yeah.
They're good pieces for the offenses. The offensive line they're on. You can kind of, I don't want to say hide them, but your guards and tackles can kind of help them.
I love it. Ryan's ripping you apart for that one.
Why? For what?
He just I don't know, maybe because he curveball like that one nobody had on their list. I don't know if Ryan had him on our list or not though.
I don't understand.
See-
I guess anyway.
So I mean that's why Ryan's in the chat. He's
All right,
going to
so
call
that's-
us out on that.
So that's who your fifth is, right? That's your
Yes,
fifth
that's
guy?
my fifth.
Can you do me a favor, Ryan, and just let us know why you don't like him?
So my guy I have at fifth. I love. No, you don't. You don't even love driving. My guy at fifth is Olusegun Olowatimi. He's the center from Michigan, aka Rare Metals.
I do not like him.
I don't like him either, but I had to find 5 guys.
He's a big guy though.
And
he's a big guy.
honestly, so he's probably gonna be he's a day 3 guy.
Yeah, he holds
Is he a day 3 or is he a UDA possibly?
I don't know,
Or
man.
UDFA?
I struggled watching tape on this dude, honestly.
Yeah, but Ryan,
So,
you can coach that out of a guy taking
I-
risks for strong for
I think he's
Stromberg.
talking about you taking risks.
No.
Well, no, no. Well, let me.
He holds his own when picking up a blitz, right? So Olowatimi, so he's 308, 6'3". I mean, that's
How many times you practice his name?
actually I had to practice his
How does
name
it feel?
a lot.
How does it feel?
Because I didn't want to call him Rare Metals as I'm talking to him.
Like
That's very-
Chigozie and Monconquo? There's
that's-
a reason that you practice the name.
It
I'm
is,
just saying.
right? So I'm just gonna say I don't know if that's how you pronounce his first name. I'm pretty sure I butchered it, so I apologize if you ever watched this. However,
Olisigan?
Olowatimi.
Olisigan.
Is it
I like
French?
it, though.
Is that French? I don't even know.
He holds a lot when he gets beat.
Is that God bless you?
He holds a lot when he gets beat.
Well, so
yes,
that's
he
one of
does.
the biggest issues.
He can't get to
Yeah.
the second level. And if he has a defender over him, he gets blown up.
Well, that's because he can't get beat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
once he gets beat, he holds and he can't push downfield. So.
He struggles with initial engagement if guards don't help him too. So if he doesn't get help on the inside, he struggles.
So from
So
what
he
I'm hearing,
needs a-
this is a
So
guy.
this
This
is-
is a 6th, 7th round guy or an undrafted guy.
super.
I have him
developmental guy.
undrafted,
Okay. And it's funny because he played a big school and played a lot of good players. So.
but he was only a
exactly.
2-star.
2-star recruit out of
Yeah,
high school.
he played to his ability, I think.
Okay, so you don't think he grew much?
No, I don't
Coming
think
to
he
Denver.
developed much. And like Steve said, he kind of was. He got help from his guards. He needs help from his guards or tackles. So I mean, you can't have him dead center in the NFL. I mean, the NFL's talent on D line, they're so fast. I just don't think he's quick enough,
Okay, I mean that's funny that you say
especially
that
off the snap.
because he's agile left to right, but he's not fast.
Yeah,
So that says
that's
a lot.
personally just what I
That says a lot, though.
That's- I mean, thank God we didn't talk about Tipman.
I mean, what do you mean? We got number 6.
No. Are we doing 6?
Yeah, you got 6, don't you? Or do you only do 5?
I did.
I got
he
10.
Did, he get,
I
I got 10
I got
too.
6.
I
I,
mean,
don't have 10. We can talk
Joe
about it.
Tipman's my 6. So
Yeah,
All right.
I have Joe Tipman at 6 because
Yeah.
it's only because I did 6 and he's bad.
All
I
right,
did not like
show-
Joe Tipman at all.
Joe Tipman.
You didn't give me.
Oh, you know what? That's yeah. Actually, you know what? It's
don't have
funny because
Tipman
I don't think I have him in
he
there
was so-
either.
He was so bad he didn't even make it.
Yeah, well,
He's old. He's a redshirted senior. He's old.
Yeah,
His,
so-
his pass protection's above average. His footwork is pretty good.
he plays beyond the whistle. Strong hand, strong core.
I mean, his run blocking sucks.
He's a fluid blocker in the pass, though.
I agree, but his run blocking is lacking. He just holds. If a defender gets by him, if he gets nervous, he holds.
Yeah.
Um,
He definitely needs hand work and run blocking work for sure.
I mean, his ceiling, if he's going to get drafted, is like 6th.
Yeah.
He's a day 3 guy at best. I mean, like that. There's no. It was very difficult watching him suck.
And the fact that, I mean, Wisconsin usually gets some good offensive linemen,
Yes.
and he just, I don't know what star recruit he was. He just he didn't look like he fit that.
I got it.
Fit that offense. He looked
He's a 3-star recruit.
okay.
I mean, like
I guess that makes a little sense, but
I don't
I
understand.
mean,
But-
most of these centers, after you get the John Michael Smith and Luke Whippler, they're under 2, around 2-3. I mean, John Michael Smith was a 3-star out of high school, and he played well beyond his talent coming
Yeah,
out.
I agree.
All right. I mean, that's what you guys see out of it.
All right, so who are the other
I didn't-
4 or whatever you have? I want to see your list now.
I didn't have Tippmann in there.
Do these guys have fun? Sorry.
What do you-
Expand on that, G.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a
If you're asking if our head hurts from doing research on
Yeah.
really mediocre centers,
It was rough. Watching guards was a
It's-
little bit easier. If I'm gonna.
It was
It's-
like 6
these-
hours of film.
yeah,
I'll be
these guys
honest.
watched
It was
a whole
long
bunch of film.
time.
So I did more analytical stuff.
Ask Sarah about it. She's like, "What are you doing?"
But here's
Don't bother me.
so
My
here's
homework.
why Tippmann is ranked as high as he is, though. By the way, is just because of his speed and agility. He's really quick. He's
and
really
there's
quick.
not many other centers coming out. I'll be honest. I don't see. There's not depth at center. I mean, you get 4 or 5 guys maybe drafted a year. I think
So-
3 were taken last year or 4.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's like 99th percentile in 40 time for centers.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
but
stupid.
what I'm saying, quick. He's 4.31 pro agility time,
So, like, off the
1.65
snap.
10-yard split. Like he is quick right off the ball.
He is.
And that's what you. I mean, that's what you want in the NFL for sure.
Well, yeah, he's a center.
I mean,
I want
well,
my
yeah.
block like that.
That's what I'm
as a
saying.
center.
Though. So I mean, he might be. That's why he's.
Ooh,
But
I
the
felt
thing
that
is
energy
he's a
drink.
better pass. He's a better pass blocker than a run blocker, which is kind of odd for him being so quick off the snap.
I lied. He's not old.
So he gets beat, is what you're
He's,
saying.
he's 23, isn't he?
He's 21.
Is he?
Oh, so he's the youngest one coming out of this draft.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's 21.
He's 21.
He actually is
21?
so he's the youngest center coming out of this draft.
21?
I lied to
And
you.
so maybe he should have waited a year, right?
I mean,
I would have. I mean, what is he? A junior?
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, it'd be a
He
junior.
can't be
No, he'd be a
redshirted.
sophomore. He'd be a sophomore or a
he's a junior.
Is he a junior?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get
I don't know where I got.
redshirted.
I don't know
All
where I
right.
got red shirt senior from. I got bad info at first.
Yeah,
my bad.
he's young.
My bad.
All
Yeah,
right,
he's
so-
young. I mean, yeah, you wait a year, man.
He probably should have waited. But you know what?
Come out when you're 22.
Is this a guy that you take 7th round though?
To develop, I mean, I would. Why
He's
not?
young.
It's
a guy
seventh-round
that's
pick.
fast? I want to see if he gets to the combine and what his strength is.
The combine is going to be fun to watch. Some of these offensive linemen.
I agree.
You don't like that take, Ryan?
What take?
Centers should be fast off the ball. They snap it.
I agree. I agree.
I know.
if you can
I
find a center that
understand
can
that,
pull,
but
I agree.
I emphasized on the funny thing is for how quick he is off the snap. He's not a good run blocker. He's a better pass blocker, which is odd because usually it's the opposite for a lot
Bad
of
footwork.
these guys.
Bad footwork.
Yeah, because he stops moving his feet.
Yep. Yeah. Bad footwork.
That's why.
All right. So let's do. So everybody after your 6 wheels, you have undrafted.
I mean, I have him like late 6th. Early.
Okay, so
I mean,
undrafted.
at
Yeah.
best.
Because it
mean,
sounds
they're-
like you have these centers a little high because there's a lot of defensive players in this draft that are probably
Yeah.
going to go late.
Like I said,
I don't
it's-
see
it's-
10
80
centers getting taken in any.
Yeah,
of this draft- in
ADP.
this
I'll be
draft.
honest. ADP is not my thing.
That's fine.
It's hard to.
It is.
Like
it
ADP is
hard.
not what.
That
It's
is-
not my thing.
That is
so.
completely fine. So let's go over your last 4. Give these notable mentions out there, because you got the kid out of Penn State, right? You got Juicy.
Juice Scruggs. I got Alex Forsyth, Jarrett Patterson, and Brett Nielsen.
Oh, okay, so let's just talk about this dude real quick.
Yeah, we'll start it. Yeah.
He's,
He was a 4-star
Ryan will
coming
love
out.
him. He's quick off the snap. Good hands, quick setting after the snap.
I
so he
think Ryan's
gets up.
insulting me, by the way.
I don't
No,
care.
I
It
think-
doesn't
I think
matter. I like Ryan.
He's just being a guy right now.
I like Ryan in the chat though. I like that he keeps us.
He's being a real Ravens
On our
fan right
toes.
now.
He keeps us on our toes. He calls us out on some of our stuff, which I don't mind. It's nice having the feedback.
I like his wingspan. That's big. That's big. Because I didn't even look at this guy. See, there he is.
Arm span.
Well, wingspan.
I know.
We don't have wings. We're humans.
This flipping guy.
You don't like that take?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But like most of these
Bucci.
centers coming out, he stops his feet after contact.
Yeah, that
That seems like a lot of these guys are.
That's what sets O-line apart from. I mean, that's what's going to get you drafted and not. Keep your feet moving.
Yeah, play through the whistle.
That's why when you hit sleds when you're in practice, it's about driving. It's about keeping your feet going. If when you stop, you die.
Yeah, you get unsteady. You get pushed back.
So this was but this guy was
That's
also
how it was coached to me though.
This
when
guy
you
was
stop, you
also
die.
a 4-star recruit, right?
And he did not play up to his potential at all.
He came out of he's local boy. This is the boy that came out of Ashtabula, right? That I was talking to you about.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he came out of Ashtabula because I said I loved his name. So he actually came out of Northeast Ohio.
Actually, that would be funny, G.
and he went to
So being a
Penn.
4-star recruit out of Northeast Ohio, did he live up to his potential, or like,
No,
Not in this football.
is it just because of his size that he was? You think? Because he's big. He's a big boy. He's quick.
I mean, 6'3", 308. Yeah, it's big, but
When he's small, he's small for a center,
Yeah,
right?
he's usually
But when I'm
about
saying he's big, he's
6'5"
long.
usually.
He's long, strong, like
he's got big hands.
got it going on. I'm sorry.
He's got big hands.
Frictional.
So yeah, that's kind of what
Juice
I'm saying.
and sauce to the Jets, Jimmy.
Is he coachable? Is the other question, right?
I think I think every player that comes out of the draft is somewhat coachable, even
Especially
undrafted
linemen.
guys.
I mean-
Especially linemen.
Yeah, 'cause,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
they got the
right.
discipline from the start. I mean, they've been in there since they were kids. It's not like, oh, we were just going to throw, except for Cody Mouch. We'll talk about him. He was a tight end that got moved to.
I didn't even look at him.
We
that's
Yeah,
good.
the dude.
He's,
You guys looked at him
he's
together?
the fastest guy coming as
he
a
gained
lineman
like
coming out of
80
this draft.
pounds between his.
He went from 270 or like I was like 245 or something like
Yeah.
that to like 310 or
Yeah, he
something
gained like
crazy.
80 pounds. It was insane.
So who are the other? So most of these guys that we have at the end are going to be
Undrafted.
undrafted. Okay, so it's funny. I do have. Did you say Ricky Stromberg? You said that one earlier,
Yeah,
didn't
you
you?
should talk about
Ricky.
Stromberg.
It's funny because he doesn't have the overlay, and I do have it here. And it's-
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
really?
just
Yeah,
haven't
it's
sent it
weird.
to him.
So, because Stromberg, long arms, like 33 and an eighth inch for arms, and then. But my issue, maybe it's a me thing, right? Because I take these analytics, right? Because receivers, everybody like looks at the hands, right?
Yeah.
When I'm thinking center, I want a guy that's kind of mid to above average on the hands because you're the one with the ball initially.
Yeah,
So like,
you want bigger hands.
I want someone that can snap the ball and it's not going to slip out, especially
what
on
he said.
rainy days.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I'll be honest.
That's one of the reasons why I look at the analytical side of those things. They don't do much outside of, like you said, keep your feet moving because centers have to keep their feet
Yeah,
moving.
there's like Steve said, or else they die. I mean, you just.
And then-
That's on the line in
that's
general.
rule
The
number
same-
one.
The same thing with defensive players. Defensive linemen. If you stop your feet, you die.
And running back, same way.
Oh yeah, you're smoked. You just
and then
start digging a hole.
The other thing that Ryan said, as a center, I need a center that can pull. So after you snap the ball, I
that's
need you to
ideal.
be able to pull for run blocking.
I agree.
and
That's ideal.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like you can have a slow center that can pull.
Yes.
Because he's efficient. And his agility is
Or
quick
strong.
enough.
Or strong.
Or strong,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
Because
Ricky-
if
yeah,
you got a dude
Ricky's-
coming through the hole where he's going,
Ricky is definitely
Yeah.
a project. He's not a starter by any means on any
But-
team right now. But,
but he plays bigger than he is. That's the
yeah,
point.
then that's why I had him kind of high. I like he's easily coachable.
And he's smart coming out of it. So
And
that's why I was asking. So I
think
think Stromberg might be a 6th, 7th guy.
okay.
I think he's
sure.
young too. I think he's 22, so he's second youngest behind Joe Tippmann.
That was my miss then.
So let's jump over to guards and
Well, I think
this-
we're gonna have a little controversy on this one. I think.
we might. Who do you have at 1 for your guard?
You talking? You want me?
Yeah,
You
Steve.
want-
yeah, I
you-
looked at you. So yeah, Steve.
I didn't
sorry.
see you. I didn't see you
No,
look
you're
at me.
good.
I'm looking at my stuffs. I have Andrew Voorhees.
So mine's another tie.
We're both there. You have Voorhees
Yeah.
too. That's right. We talked about it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like Voorhees. I like him a lot.
Mine's gonna have an aneurysm with it.
He is. I know he likes Torrance, but I hated Torrance. I watched his tape.
Cyrus.
Yeah,
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
I did not like his tape at all, dude.
I think Andrew Voorhees is kind of getting,
Now Andrew Voorhees, he's 24, right? So he's a senior. I like his good initial punch. His hand fighting's good. He's a very aggressive first step. His footwork's pretty good. He's always looking for work. He's always moving.
He's
always if he's not going to get bored. He's not just going to stop. He's going to go. I like his high football IQ. He recognizes defensive fronts and blitzes, right? So when I say that, I mean he knows or he picks up on when guys are pressuring from the second level, right? So if he sees a linebacker coming in pre-snap, I watched him chip a dude to his center and then pick up the blitz. That's not something you can necessarily teach. Why is he laughing?
Do you not have that?
No.
You guys don't have Voorhees?
No, I have it. I just don't know why he doesn't have it because it's over here.
Awesome.
But go ahead, keep talking. You're fine.
I mean, he helps his guys. He helps his center. That's big. That's big to me when I can watch a guy and I can watch him actively help his
And move
other
up.
is yes. I did. One of his
He's good on the run and good on the pass. I like him in both those. He looks really good. He looks comfortable. You know,
I agree.
He keeps moving.
The weird negative that I saw is he has this tendency. He lowers his head if he thinks he's going to get beat, and I thought that was super strange to me.
Do you think that's a tell for him? Like that
If he thinks
he's
he's
not
going to get
super
beat, he drops his
confident?
head. Well, it's almost like as the dude's passing him, he's dropping his head. It's like it's not even so much like he's reaching. It was a real goofy thing for me to watch. But I mean, I looked at the Utah game, his weeks
that was
week
the game
7,
I watched.
and I watched Stanford and Notre Dame.
He looks comfortable where he's at.
I agree.
And he played good talent.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, at USC,
He's got strong hands.
I have him.
And like I said, he's good on the run and good on the pass.
He's an early day 2 for me.
Yeah.
I like him.
I have
second-
I have him late first. I'll be honest.
Oh, for real? That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I told KJ that I think a team might reach for him.
Yeah, Voorhees. We keep talking about Voorhees going in the late first, early second.
Yeah, late first,
I
early
like
second.
Voorhees
I
a
think he's
lot.
getting snubbed because. So let's say the defensive players this year aren't as many. I think he's a first round pick for sure. If there's not as many top defensive players coming out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only hard part about that situation, right? Is the fact that this is such a defensive draft, and then now we're talking not us, but there are people talking that there's going to be 5 quarterbacks going in this first round.
That's just
And
insane.
then there might be 4 or 5 wide receivers going in this first round. And my mind is blown when I'm seeing a lot of these mocks. And I just, this is such a defensive draft. Like, this is a corner, safety, linebacker draft. You have the occasional defensive end, and then you have some, it's not like standout D-line to me. There's some D-line that are standouts, but for the most part, there's a lot of guys that you can get in and will participate.
Yeah.
But that's what this draft is. So to have this many offensive linemen kind of come out early, it's going to be a little hard.
I mean, yeah, sure, right? That's why.
But that's why I have him late first, early second, because I think a team that needs a guard now could reach for him. Like, hey, we really like this guy. We think he fits our system. We think he fits around the other pieces we have on that line. Let's go after him.
Right, and I agree with that too. So, who do you guys have as your second now? Since you guys said
Cyrus
Torrance,
Torrance.
right?
Torrance is your second?
Yeah, I mean, well, he's tied 1-1, 1A, 1B. I mean, they're
I
close.
didn't like him at all. I did not like Torrance at all. I'm watching him. The games I watched was against Vanderbilt and Tennessee.
His pass blocking.
His pass blocking's amazing. He is very good at pass blocking. He picks up stunts very well.
I think he's really good on the run, though. I think in the games that I watched, in that Vandy game, I think he's really good on the run.
He pulls with effectiveness. I really like that. He has the ability to get second level. When he stays low, he continues to play more times than not. When he gets high, it's over.
Yeah, he's got big hands. I mean, look at his hands, 11 1/4.
So the intangibles, right? You can't coach intangibles.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, do you think, so let's look at his hands, his wingspan,
sure,
and his
so
length.
he can get out there and he'll touch
But that's what I'm saying.
Distance.
Do you think those proportions are the reason why he's as high as he is?
I think that's part of it, right? He was a 3-star coming out, even with the hands. So my cons for him, right? He stands up after snap. He loses momentum the rest of the play. So
That's
and
exactly what I have.
that happens more than not.
I mean, he's light on his feet, but I don't think he always keeps moving his feet.
And
Well, so is that the question? Does he rely too much on his upper body strength?
I think
his
so.
hands?
And I like him in the run game, but he still leaves something to be desired. He's not. He's at least for the games I saw, he wasn't. He didn't shine to me. He didn't shine to me like Voorhees did.
I mean,
Right.
I know they're in the SEC. They play talent, but I mean, in the games like Steve Stanford, Vandy. I watched the Vandy game. He looked good in that, and he didn't get beat too bad.
He did not look good in Tennessee game.
But yeah, that's the game I not watched.
And
the
that's
Tennessee
the talent you want to watch.
game.
So that's why I was like, he leaves something. I have him as an early 4th round pick. I do not like him.
I don't think Jimmy Voorhees makes it to the 3rd. I think he's gone by 2nd.
So
for sure.
I actually think both these guys are gone no later than the 2nd.
Okay.
I mean, you can look at size all you want, but how many times has that been debunked?
Yeah, but size
as a
doesn't-
lineman, as a guard,
size-
size is quick. I mean, size is huge as a guard.
Yeah, but you could also.
You don't have to be as mobile as a guard. That's
He
why you're
does
not
have
a
massive upside. I agree, absolutely, right? Because my cons.
But that's why you're not a tackle, right?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And
I
that's
mean,
why
he-
he's
he
not a
could be,
center, but he's a
Voorhees-
guard.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I like Voorhees. Voorhees, he's played tackle this year for I believe 6 or 7 games, and he looked
Yeah.
good at tackle.
Right.
He didn't play bad, so you can have him. I
But-
don't think he's a tackle coming out, obviously.
But based on that player summary, right? 3-star recruit, never gave up a single sack in his senior year.
That's big.
That's huge.
I agree.
That's
That is big.
huge. And he also did. I think he also played right tackle a little bit during the year. Not 100% sure, but I think he did. So yeah,
You can reach on the upside, sure, right? You can coach that, but like if
yeah, but you can't coach like you said the intangibles.
you cannot coach, so his intangibles, I think he's leaned on for a good portion of it.
So that's why he goes as high as he does because you can coach everything else.
Yeah, I mean, calling him a mountain, that's a fair. I would say that's his comp.
Why do you think Jordan Davis went where Jordan
that's what I
Davis?
was about to say.
I mean,
Right, a mountain.
yes.
Like, and then he goes to practice and just about blows everybody up.
I mean, his size, and his intangibles, he could play tackle. He could be a really good
Yeah.
right tackle if he gets he has to work on actually being an offensive lineman though. The cons, you can't stand up.
You know
cannot
what?
just stand up. That's
I
such
like that.
dog shit.
I like that you personally don't like that he doesn't continue to play.
I hate that. I
Okay.
hate
well,
that.
that's like we
'Cause
said
that's
that
one of
about
the-
a lot
Because
these
well,
linemen,
it's
though.
but it's only when he just stands up. If he stays low, he is very very good.
Okay.
But when he stands up, I think it's a play he's taken off. It's you're tired. You're just gonna which I get. I played O-line, granted not at Florida, but I understand.
I think my dad just jumped on you on that last comment.
Why?
He said that he's not top heavy. He never falls down in the game. Could you?
Okay, Jim. All right.
Oh no, that was your brother. That was your brother.
Oh,
Oh,
gee.
no. Oh yeah, it was my dad. That's
How
what
many
I thought.
Jimmies we got in chat?
You
Jesus
got two
Christ.
Jimmies in there.
You can't fix for him. I think you can coach that. That's why if you
Yeah,
go to
I
a
mean-
good O-line coach, I would not hate it if the Browns were like, listen, Batoni was getting old, and if he falls, and they're like, listen, we need a guard.
Oh, no, everybody we're paying for.
if the
I'm
Browns,
just saying that'd be really
Browns-
good.
You would have to fall third,
Yeah.
fourth round to get. We just don't have enough there.
Just saying.
But go ahead, jump into who do we have at 3?
Emil Ekiyor Jr.
Oh, out of Bama. I liked him.
I like him a lot.
6'3", 315, he's 23
He's got a good wingspan or arm span, as KJ would call it, strong grip. And my only gripe on him is he bends at the waist when he is beat.
So he falls over.
Yeah, he falls over.
Okay.
And his hands are just he's got smaller on the hand size in my
That is
opinion.
small.
But I mean,
Okay.
again, Alabama, you're
He probably
surrounded-
gets beat on stunts.
He's my 3 right now. I like him. I do like him though. I like him a lot.
That's why I have him as 3.
I like he helps the center. He plays to the whistle. He picks up stunts real well. He's a wrecking ball when he pulls.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He is
has to pick up-
dirty when he pulls.
he has to pick up stunts because if he doesn't, he's gonna fall over.
I do have from what I saw, right? I scouted the Ole Miss Arkansas's games.
Okay.
Arkansas's.
How do you do?
He over pursues at times when he goes second level.
So he's too aggressive, you think?
I think he doesn't, I don't want to say break down, but when he goes second level and it's just in the straight second level, he misses. He can have a slow step. I've seen it, but it makes him, he turns into a victim of a swim move. At least from what I saw, the play I saw, it was bad.
He gets pushed back a lot from what I saw.
When he loses,
his momentum, and he loses
panics
his, yeah,
and he grabs. He just, I'm going to hold on. We're going to see what happens.
That could be an issue.
It could be.
That's Jedrick Wills in Cleveland. We have issues with him all the time when he
So
gets beat.
Well,
I know-
luckily, this dude's a guard.
do you think the colleges they come out of help these guys' stock?
Yeah,
Obviously,
dude. Yeah.
So
It's about
Oh
the talent
yeah,
play.
like Ohio State,
Look at-
Alabama,
did you
any
see the-
SEC offensive lineman.
do
is
you
gonna
think
get-
that's why these teams are like, oh, he's out of Alabama? Even though he's not, polished, we can turn him around.
There's more. You see it more, right? You see, they're more in your face, right? The primetime games.
But he is big though. He's big and long. So
But,
like,
yeah, this is the same thing I had about
good size
Gardner.
for a guard.
It's
Does
all
that bother
about
you when I
what
say that he's
you're-
big and
what
long?
you're-
You're such
what
a
you
little
are in
kid.
college
You said
that
it's like
carries
3
you on in
guys
the
now.
NFL.
I agree.
Like it's a lot of these guys. I'd love to come
Okay.
back in a year and see what these guys do.
I'm gonna have a habit of saying big and long. So if you can't get over me saying big and long, you need to grow up a little bit, just a little bit.
Listen, you'll never hear me saying anything's big and long.
All right. So who do we? Oh, where do you have him going in the draft?
Late 4th.
I have him as a late third.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like I said,
but no, it's good.
ADP's
It's good to know
ADP
because
is not my thing. It's especially
Well,
for
no,
guards
right?
and centers.
You know what I noticed too?
you guys
even
can
when
be
you,
different. It's okay.
It's when I looked at Draft Network and I looked at where they had people graded and where they had people ranked, and then you look at Draft Buzz and it is almost night and day.
Jimmy, you're
it's all
funny.
over the place.
It is also that's what it's about. It's about where you want guys. And if you're not going to put the work in, and
It also
you're not
depends
going
on
to
the
put in your
team.
ADPs, and you're not going to do the research, just shut up and listen. That's it.
Isn't that a song?
Shut up and listen. No, that's
Shut
what
up and dance.
But
That's what I
like-
tell my
bad.
wife when I get mad, and then that doesn't work out too well.
Sorry.
to the face.
So, but like the whole point with ADP, right? It's in this range because they may or may not get picked by any of these 10 teams.
Oh yeah.
So like that's kind of the point because we
Yeah.
got to know who's drafting where, and that it's all speculation because we don't. There could be trades. Those teams could lose those picks.
Oh
It's not gonna
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But who do we have as our next guard over Emil?
who's your four? Because I think you and I differ a little bit.
Brandon Daniels
Yeah, I don't have him.
out of Utah.
I didn't watch him, so I want to hear about him.
He's got really good footwork. He's
Okay.
strong. He's strong. You know, he's strong in the trenches.
He's done this to me twice because we didn't talk about Brandon Daniels, and I do not have Brandon Daniels.
He's coachable for his age.
Okay.
Again, quick off the snap like a center.
All right, they
but
don't
that's
have
what
him.
you
So
want.
what
And
are
he's a
what
good
are his
lead
sizes?
blocker.
What's his intangibles? Do you have him?
I do not.
Ooh, all right, hold on.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't.
keep
So
talking
he's
about
he's
him.
the reason I have him going 6, and this is why he's underpowered for the NFL because these guys that you have in the NFL are they're huge.
Is it Brandon Daniels or Brandon Nielsen?
It's Braden Daniels.
that's
Brayden
Brayden,
Daniels.
yeah.
So he runs a 5'1", 540. That puts him in the 81st
And he
percentile.
he sets really high on the blocks.
I mean, he's 6'4", 297. 297 is low. His hands are 9 1/8. Arm.
yeah.
I mean,
So that's what I said. He's kind of underpowered. He's smaller for.
his wingspan is 82 3/8. That's long. He's got long arms.
Wow, man. You beat me on this one because I don't have this one
I
either.
already had guards pulled up on draft,
Like
but I'm
I
using
said,
Draft Buzz.
I was doing. I think 6 hours. I did tape last
Oh,
night.
man.
So
It
that
was a
one
while.
stuck out to you then, huh?
I think he's for number 4. He's a project. I
Well,
think-
why are we putting projects at 4? I want a
there's-
guy that's
I
going to
mean,
be a
honestly,
backup, kind of
there's-
come right in and kind of do some help.
guards? There's not many good guards out there. I'll be honest. Even as backups
I mean,
that
no,
can start.
I like.
He's a backup. I mean, obviously you can work with him. That's why I said he's coachable.
Oh, God, they
but
did
from the
move us
guards
all
that I
down,
watch,
so.
there's not. It's not the greatest of talent.
So I
the
have a
offensive
question.
line this year is just it's not there.
Why, okay. So if you pick a guard, though, in this draft, would you look for a bigger guy that you can coach?
I would because, like you said, I mean,
So some of these guys who
everybody's-
you
that's
think-
everybody's discussion for Osiris is his size makes up for what he doesn't have and his ability.
That's what we just talked about.
Right.
So-
Okay. I just figured I'd ask that question. All right. So who do you have at 5 then?
I have Cedric Pay.
I don't got him either.
Cedric Palin?
Yeah, from
Or
Marshall.
Pyant? I don't know if he's French or not.
Pilot.
I don't know if he's French or
Good
not.
power, good footwork. He slips on a lot of blocks. Like I don't think he gets a good grip when he sets high, or he just doesn't know where the guys are coming from and gets beat off the edge or gets beat off the edge. He's terrible against double teams.
That's not good.
I mean, his wingspan. That's.
So you're saying he's
stellar,
going to
man.
have to go to a team that probably already has a good left tackle?
Yeah. Or
Or
a
right
guard.
tackle.
Guard.
Well, no,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
already
yeah,
has
yeah,
a good left tackle, or
right
guard.
tackle.
Because if he gets beat in the gap, that's going to
Yeah,
be a problem.
he's physical, but again, size doesn't make up everything in the NFL.
I agree. I mean, okay.
That's why I think a lot of the.
What
this
game did
is-
you watch? Do you remember?
I do not. I honestly, I watched so much film.
I know you did. I know you did.
don't
That's why I was
remember.
like, because
watched-
I take
watched-
a lot of
I
stock
watched
in.
20
Okay,
games
so
last
just an
night.
FYI from here on out, just
put it
write
down.
that
Okay.
team name down. I wouldn't have known either.
I take a lot of stock in like the teams they play, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if you're
that's what we
playing good
talked about.
talent,
Not top 10. Oh, well, then, you know
like
what?
top
If-
10, like top 10 pick. No,
No, he's saying top 10 of his guards.
you have your own, or who your top 10?
I don't
Put them
think
up
he
real
has
quick.
his own. I just think
Oh.
based on what he's seen with Marshall, that he's saying that he's probably not going to be a top 10 guy.
All right. Well, I mean that's fair. I mean, if anybody in chat, if you guys have top 10s or anything, put them up there. Let's
So,
talk about it.
do you have Cedric getting drafted then?
I don't have him in my top
He's
5.
late 5th, late 6th. I mean, he's
See, this is why you're bad at ADP, because he's probably 6th, 7th, or UDA,
Why?
And you have him. I think you have everybody a little higher, and I think that's just because you're not evaluating all the other talent at the same time. Because if you were to evaluate 32 picks per round,
like I said, ADP is really hard for me to do. I'll be honest.
I completely get it.
Not my thing.
But I'm just saying, if you got like 20 to 30 corners going,
Yeah.
and you've got 20 defensive ends, and you got,
5
you know what I mean?
quarterbacks,
that's
as
gonna
everybody
It
says.
adds up really fast.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. So let's go to the next guy you got over there, because I'm sure I have this one.
Well, that was
Jackson Kirkland.
that's your 6, right?
Yeah, 6 is Jackson Kirkland.
I don't have him either.
Kirkland should
great.
be up there, yeah.
Number
I
five.
was excited to get this one. I think there's so much ceiling here. He is a big boy for a guard, really long. I mean, I just think everything he does is superior than a lot of these guards in this, but I think he's going to go low,
He's 20.
Can you explain to me why he's going to go low?
He'll be
though?
20. He'll
Joe
be 25 when the
Tippmann's
season starts.
Jimmy.
That's Jim. Well, you don't know.
Yeah.
Joe. I mean, so Kirkland, he's going to be 25 when the season starts.
Yeah. But that's like we said. A lot of these guards and centers coming out are a little bit older.
You're talking you're talking
overall
overall IOL. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just going over
Yeah.
guards.
You got Voorhees
He
behind Tippmann?
Wow.
Wow, that's
Voorhees, I'm going to tell you right now.
that's-
This will be my one take that
That's not including. We're not including tackles.
No, but Voorhees is going to surprise some people. A lot of
think
people
so,
are
too.
doubting this kid, and
I don't know why. I don't see
there's
it.
two guys I really like, and they both come out of USC, and I've watched a lot of tape on them both, and it's Voorhees and it's Xavier Hutchinson, the wide receiver, and a lot of these people I think are going to be surprised. I like Voorhees a lot. He is. I mean, he's a tough kid. I like him a lot. He does not give up on a play. He's got the heart. He's got the heart you want in an offensive lineman.
I agree. I like Voorhees a lot. Oh, okay. So I see Kirkland's intangibles.
So
that's impressive.
That's why I kind of like Kirkland, just because like I don't know if he's able, but he might be able to move to right tackle.
Yeah, I mean,
with his size, yeah.
Well, it's not only his size; it's that based on what he's done, he's actually quick on the edge, so he can kind of keep up with edge rushers, quick edge rushers, not big guys.
He's comfortable.
Quick
He's comfortable in that.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that can get you drafted if you're movable. You can get drafted because of that. Because hey, I can place you here. I can place you at right tackle, right guard.
Yep.
And that's why I'm saying, for being as big as he is, for having the potential he has, this is one of those guys that I see going 4th or 5th.
Really?
That is just underrated.
I have him 5th, so yeah.
Yeah.
In your 5th round?
Yeah.
Wow, maybe it's higher.
Jesus.
I told you 80 feet not my thing.
But I think I have him like late 4th or 5th.
Okay.
And I have him jumping a couple of these other guys we already talked about just because of his potential. And like again, 6'7", 322. That is a big kid.
Yeah,
That is a big boy.
Like I said, big gets you drafted in the
And
NFL.
you're running 5'3".
That's fine.
You're not running 5'4", 5'5", 5'6".
But 5'3" is...
Now, these are his
it's-
college numbers, right? So,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that's how quick he gets off the line. Maybe that's how quick he is downfield. And as a lineman, it doesn't matter. It matters how quick your tenure is.
So, looking at his intangibles, right? Looking at his wingspan, looking at his hands.
He's got the talent to be a top guy.
I think so. If he goes to the combine and he puts up serious strength stats,
That's
big.
He
He's
might
gonna-
be.
his
He might be a
stock's
number.
gonna
He
rise.
could be a 2 or a 3.
in my opinion, his stock would rise.
100%. I agree with
And
that.
that's why I'm excited for this combine, because a lot of these guys that are lower end are going to be able to prove themselves, and I think Voorhees is going to, and
I agree
Jackson
with you.
Kirkland.
All right. So who do you have as your 6 and 7, and then we'll just do notable mentions for the rest.
Well, Jackson Kirkland was my 6th. 7th was Caleb Chandler, and 8th was Nick Brocker. I do not like Nick Brocker.
I like Nick Brocker.
I don't.
I
he
like
gets
him.
beat a
I
lot.
don't like Caleb.
I didn't
either.
see that.
Yeah, you notice how I didn't
Although
put
he-
anything
He
down
gets
for that.
pushed on the inside, but I don't know if
That's what you were saying. I didn't watch Chandler.
I don't know if that's his fault or his tackle's fault.
I mean,
I had nothing good to say about Caleb. You can tell.
um,
They literally like his one intangible. He's just a great team player. Like
he's another
well,
waist
that's not-
bender
I
for
don't
me.
know. Is that intangible? That's more. I mean, like that's
Look
just
at
you're,
that.
you're just
He
a
has
really
really
good friend.
tiny
His intangibles
hands.
suck.
But like I said, I try to come up with 10 guys just so we can talk about them.
Yeah, I didn't.
And it's,
I'm like,
so
listen,
I'm
they're
reaching
not
at some of
there.
these guys, and
I-
obviously you guys
Yep.
can tell. But that's like
Caleb
I
to
try
me
to do
is
my homework on him.
UDF. Caleb to me is UDFA.
Yeah, I think so.
And then who was the other one you said was?
I like him.
You know
I like
who
him
you
a-
guys
a
didn't
bunch.
say, and
Well,
maybe
hold on.
I have TJ Bass.
I
I was gonna say TJ Bass.
I didn't watch
have,
him. I
have him
Jared
being
Patterson
drafted.
too out of Notre Dame. I like him too.
Yeah, TJ Bass is a 6th round for me.
And then the other thing was Lalu. Lalu was also there.
Who?
Malisala
Malisala Amave Laulu.
Yeah, I don't
out of
know.
Oregon.
I'll take any Samoan.
I do actually. You know what's funny is that's a really good thought process.
I'll take any Samoan. You know why? Because they protect their family, and when you make them part of your family, I trust the guy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being effed up,
Wait,
but I'm
say
just
that
saying.
again?
He's aggressive. He doesn't give up, is what he's saying. He's protective of his quarterback.
Yeah.
Is what he's making a comp to
Yeah.
from his
Oh.
family.
There you go.
He's trying to pull a Sandra Bullock over here,
Oh Jesus.
like blind.
Yeah,
side.
that's right. That's right. Little blindside
No,
here.
I like Nick Broker. Breaker.
Broke.
I like him at
here?
Ole Miss.
Maybe it's broke
6'5",
here.
305. I mean, he's 22-year-old senior. He's young, so you can coach him. John, can you bring him up?
Which one again?
His awareness worries me.
Nick Broker.
I don't even know.
There
if
he
I
is.
had- Okay, I was
Thank
saying.
you.
His awareness worries me. Yeah, he's good against the
He's
blitz.
22.
He's quick,
He's 22, and he played top talent.
But he looks like a special Andrew
I
Luck.
watched Bama and LSU. He does like a.
You
Andrew
like that,
Luck?
don't you?
Nah,
I
man.
He looks like a
That's-
special Andrew Luck.
No, that's Mac Jones. That's a goofy looking Mac Jones.
That's Mac Jones.
That is
third
Mac
cousin,
Jones.
that's
Yeah.
what that is. Twice
Oh,
removed.
buddy.
But yeah, so like you said, he's really good in the run game, though.
I like it. He's aggressive. He plays with a whistle.
I think
He
he's-
keeps his arms out because he has shorter arms.
He's got a 4.9
So he attacks. He makes the defender
Yeah,
work to
he's
get into
quick.
his body, right? So he makes him work. He is. I don't know. I really liked his use of hands. He
Right, so
attacks-
Broker's a standout for you, for sure.
To me, he stood out. He doesn't quit. If he misses and he thinks he can rebound, he goes for it. So it tells me he's confident in something he can try. I like his football IQ. He pulls fast.
Well,
And when
yeah.
he does pull, his contact is violent.
When you,
he sets the edge real well.
Playing for the whistle. Or-
Yeah, when you did your comp, what game did you look at? Because you
I looked at Bama and LSU for him.
Okay, so those are two good defenses. So that's huge. That's huge. For
I
him.
mean, I did see there were times he's getting slow off the ball. Now I think everybody has plays they're taking.
I think-
Everybody has plays.
Yeah.
He did pick. He did not pick up late stunts.
And the
He
other-
missed.
and the-
So
yeah.
you take Broker over Mason Brooks then?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Mason Brooks isn't even in my top 10.
John, do you have Mason Brooks? Can you put him up? There we go. Thank you.
Both of them are out of the same school, and you guys both watched film on this. That's why I'm asking.
Actually, no, I didn't watch Brooks, but
I didn't watch Brooks because I didn't even have him in my top 10.
He didn't stand
But
out
with
to me.
Brocker, I think he gets a little too aggressive, and he wants to get out in the second level, and that's where he gets into trouble
Okay.
because he doesn't. I don't think he allows the play to develop enough before he starts moving.
Okay.
I think he's a little early. Which aggressive, that I like you being aggressive, but you can coach the aggressiveness. Hey, let's pull it back, wait, let's see watch what's going on around you.
Especially
then
as
push
a
up.
guard.
Yeah,
Because there's
So-
no reason you need to go to the second level unless you're in a run.
Jim, we're going to
play.
talk
Yeah,
Patterson here in a
that's-
minute because I got him too.
he's really good against the blitz. Though what I noticed is he stands his ground against the blitz.
Broker.
Yeah,
See, I didn't. He picked up late stunt. He didn't pick up late stunts, and I'm talking late. He just misses, and that bothered me. But he doesn't quit, and I do like that. That's a lot.
Yeah,
of,
it's all about the you have what it takes to be in the NFL. You got the heart. You have that mental mentality that you're going to push through.
when he knows he's pulling,
Day in and day
he's
out.
just a freight train, though.
All right.
I
So
love that about him.
Let's
that.
bring up your boy Jarrett Patterson because apparently you guys have him drafted.
You don't have Jared Patterson getting drafted?
I didn't say I didn't
Oh, okay.
Start with center.
I mean, I know he's graded low, right?
because
A
we
lot of
didn't.
guys
We didn't talk about him
necessarily
at
like him.
all.
No. He played. So he plays mostly at center, but in this season he played a lot of guard. For his senior year, he played guard. He played center from 2019 to 2021. So to me, he's 23. He's a senior. That shows versatility, right? You can play guard. You can play center. To me, that's what. I mean, all right. That shows.
I don't disagree,
versatility.
Ryan. I don't disagree.
he's really
What?
the raw
What'd he say?
as a pass blocker though.
He likes the Irish.
Yeah.
When you
He
pick
never
an
gave up a sack in college. His entire career, he never gave up.
Doesn't give up when beat. At least from what I saw against him.
He pulls when he pulls. He sets edges real well.
I
He's
watched-
got good football IQ.
I watched the game against Ohio State. He looked good, not great.
I watched North Carolina and Cal.
Yeah, this is a guy though I have going if 7th round or late 6th, if even drafted.
Yeah.
Now, why?
I think he's one of the older ones coming in.
He's 23.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay, I thought he was 24, but that's fine. And then the other issue I had with him is that he's too fundamental. Like, he's one of those guys I don't know if you're going to be able to coach. I think he can come in and be a backup, but I don't think he's going to go right onto the field. That's how I feel about him. So, I mean, you take that for what it is.
What do you mean, like, too fundamental, though?
So, I'm just saying, like, very rigid. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to...
He doesn't like to be coached, or...
No, rigid as in, like, he's not one of those guys that's going to be pulling. He's not a good run blocker.
Okay, okay.
He's not...
Yeah.
He's more of a pocket presence kind of guy. Like, he's going to set the pocket, and everybody else has to get around
Would
him.
you use him in an RPA setting?
No.
What?
Okay.
No.
Run pass option.
Oh, okay.
That should... But, that again, that's just me. Like,
RPO, not
Yeah, you said
RPO.
Yeah, so you threw me off with your
it's
English.
run, pass, ass. That's what Lamar is.
I'm sorry, RPO. I didn't give much sleep last night, boys. My bad.
But go ahead.
No, yeah.
What's next? That's on me.
No, that's
Sorry.
what I had.
So that's all we have for centers.
Yeah.
So let's jump into one other thing because we went all over all these guys, right? And we went over ADP. And so let's talk about the three guys as centers. We have who do we have? What are our three guys as centers? I can't remember.
Our top three?
Yeah, our top three.
I think it was a consensus of Schmitz, Whippler, and Gibson.
Okay, so
Were our threes.
what teams do you guys see any of these three going to? And are these guys you reach for? And you can pick whichever guy you want. I don't care.
I would reach for Whippler.
So you would reach for Whippler.
Yeah.
I like Whippler.
Okay.
Honestly, I
Again,
think
it's not because he's Ohio State. I think
No.
I would love for, as much as I don't want to see him go to Cincinnati, I think Cincinnati would be smart to go after him and go reach a little bit.
I think did they not draft a center
Who?
since he like 2 years ago or last year?
they've retooled their offensive line. the
Yeah,
last
they-
2 years. It's just they're still not good.
They're kind of just pushing pieces in as they go. I think
Did you have him going to Cincy, another Ohio State guy? Jesus. I mean, I, can
I
see
I
it, though.
don't think he can. I really don't. I think since he's not going to get a chance on Whippler personally,
I mean, the Eagles would be a good pick for him too, but do you think they're going to take him?
I
if
think-
they win,
I think
they got 10th pick overall. I don't think he
Do you
goes 10.
No.
I think they trade out of 10.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I think.
Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
Oh,
I knew they signed.
Kappa, yeah.
I knew they signed
Kappa
somebody.
was hurt for majority of the year, I think, though. He was
Yeah,
injured.
they've had a lot of
so-
injuries. All right, so maybe that's fair, right? They tried to retool it. Everyone got hurt.
I knew that since he made some signings at center, I knew because they had that was the one spot they had to solidify.
Maybe the Steelers.
At center?
Possible, but I think they also
They're
just
another
drafted a
offensive
guy.
line that needs a
I
lot.
think you need to get out of the AFC North.
Well, I'm just like
I don't think
I'm just trying to
AFC
think.
North needs centers. I really don't.
I mean,
I think when you're going to places, I would look at like a place like Washington, or I would look at a place like I don't know about Atlanta, but possibly Atlanta. I'd have to double check.
by Washington, you refer to Seattle or to the man?
No, I mean like the Washington football team, Manders, Redskins.
Well, you said the Jets have
Hawks.
what, all undrafted free agents?
Yes. So
they really?
seven of the Jets offensive linemen are all UFA next year, so they have to sign those guys. And I don't know if they sign a lot of those guys, depending on what they do with a quarterback.
Would you see them
Jim-
going after Luke?
Jimmy said that Kappa might be a guard.
I mean, which is fair,
Kappa,
right?
Kappa,
A lot of these centers coming out, if the teams like the way they pull and how
Yeah,
violent,
they're vice
gonna be
versa.
guards. This dude he's got guard size.
Or even Ryan said they signed Cross too. Karras,
So, I
Cross.
mean-
Karras.
But I
Yeah.
mean, having depth always works, and if that is your weakest spot, which you can argue, Joe Burrow just doesn't down talk him. You want depth. If you like a guy that's coming out
But not at 31, you don't want depth.
at
Or
31,
at 28 or whatever it was, you
no,
don't want depth.
no.
At 28, you're going to pick a guy, and he's not going to make it beyond. That's why I'm saying no Cincy. I'm not going to say Steelers either because the
I could see
Steelers are going to
Cincy
go.
drafting a safety at 28.
I'm not going to say Steelers either because didn't we just say that the Steelers ranked their offensive line in the last 6 weeks? Were like ranked top 5.
Yeah, they were improving.
So like, there's been a lot of improvement, and they've been drafting. That's why I said get out of the AFC North. Outside of maybe the Ravens need a guard because I think they lose a guard. But
I think the Browns are going to need one with Batonio retiring eventually.
yeah, but the problem is Patonio's still signed for 2-3 years. You're not going to pick out of this draft, and if you're going to pick, you're going to pick 4th, 5th round. You're
Well,
not going to
sure,
get a Whippler.
but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not going to get a Whippler. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because he's going to be the first or second guard to go overall. He's going to go in the first 2-3 rounds. Latest high third. So I'm just saying, let's just be honest about it, right? Like, let's be. That's why I'm saying get out of the AFC North. Like, you got. What about Seattle? Like you said, Seahawks. That could be a potential landing spot.
Yeah, right, because their O line is lacking. They made up for a lot of it with. I mean, with Geno actually doing something this year.
Right.
Jason Kelsey is a free agent at the end of the year too.
Yes, Jason. Well, that's why he says he's going to retire, and that is a good situation where they could take a guy, right? Because if they don't want to pay Jason Kelsey, because I'm assuming if Kelsey stays, it's for another 3 years and whatever
Oh,
millions.
man.
he
Minnesota
wants.
could use him.
Minnesota
They
needs.
got a center that's coming out.
Well, that's why Schmitz. A lot of guys in Minnesota, because he went to Minnesota, really like Schmitz to the Vikings.
Carolina with Bozeman, Bradley Bozeman.
They might re-sign him, but yes, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But like Carolina,
younger guys,
but you got to
they're gonna
keep in
re-sign,
mind,
right?
right? So do you think Carolina's going to take him at 9?
No.
No.
But from what everyone's saying, he's a second-round pick.
Can you put
from
up
what people
Carolina's
say.
draft picks really quick? I know you got to switch out of the stream deck and get into the next scene. But like if Carolina's taken an offensive lineman, because we know they need a quarterback, right?
Yeah, they do.
But free agency is coming. I think they can.
It's funny because if you look at their team needs, I don't even have O-line on there. So I actually think they might be losing a guy that's a backup, or they might be re-signing.
Yeah, Washington's losing 2 centers, Nick Martin and.
I think Washington is.
Watson.
I think Washington
So, yeah,
is a
that
team.
would be. That's a smart. Yeah.
What is Can you pull up Washington for me, Johnny? Because
the Manders. I mean, so
I think Washington would be a team that takes a center.
The Chargers? I don't see them taking one.
So, and especially if Washington attacks free agency for quarterback, which I don't think they're going to do. I think they're going to draft.
Does San Francisco have a first-round pick? They're losing their center too.
They lost their first round pick, I thought.
Okay.
I could be wrong though.
Oh yeah, they trade.
They did. They lost their. They don't have a first or
I
second
mean, when
round
it comes
pick.
down to it,
but
I
they
don't-
can
I don't
trade
think
up.
any
They have
of
a
these guys
lot of
are
picks
going
this
one.
year.
I mean, I think the best option to go one is probably Voorhees.
And you know what's funny? Go ahead, pull that back up really quick. Interior offensive linemen, top need, and they had a pick at 100, 102, and 103.
O line.
I think they're gonna.
I think they're gonna go probably corner at 100, and then they're gonna go O line,
center, guard.
center or guard. Yeah, I mean
I can
maybe
see
2
Whippler going
guards. So, but in the
So
third.
that's what
Yep.
late third.
Yeah, I can see. Whippler
Yeah. Well, no, that's beginning 4th.
Oh yeah, it's early fourth.
That's early
Yeah,
4th.
that's if
Yeah.
I mean, I have him as an early third, but
Because that's 96 is what.
that's where I
96
see his
is-
talent is against who he
third.
played. I really like him. I think early third is good for him.
What
For Whippler, what are you laughing at?
Jimmy. He's like not sure if Carolina cap situations. I imagine Reich wants to draft a quarterback, so he has his guy and then get pieces via free agency.
That makes sense.
Via or via? I don't
Via.
Via? Oh shit! Now you got
Don't start that stuff.
Eat
is
the
it
hook.
Via? It's Via.
the hook.
Torrance to the Saints. I like Torrance to the Saints,
Skronsky to Titans.
especially since the Saints are talking about taking Derek Carr.
Oh yeah, Taylor Lewan.
you pull up the Saints
Taylor
needs really
Lewan
quick?
is probably going to retire.
Taylor
so
Lewan's
that
mid
I could
anyway.
see Skronsky to the
He's too
Titans.
busy
That's
banning
yeah.
trannies anyway.
I kind of like.
oh, it's fake.
They have the 30th pick. That could be. They've got San Francisco's pick. And if they don't, I'm assuming they're not going to take a quarterback because
No.
if they go get Derek Carr, do you go get an offensive lineman because you have running backs, you got
Yeah,
receivers?
I do.
Like
100%. I mean, you got wide the fact the wide receivers 3 up there is kind of crazy.
that might be a Voorhees, Whippler, like depending. I don't know
Yeah.
who's their center. Do you guys anybody know who their center is? Because I can see them taking the top guard in that spot. I can see them taking the top guard, or if there's a tackle, but I don't think there will be a tackle there if they want.
No, it'll be too late.
Yeah, so that would be nice. And then they go right again at 41, and they can go defensive at 41. So if Voorhees is there at 30, I can see that. Or Osiris. If Osiris drops there,
Cesar Ruiz. And they drafted him 2 years 2020.
at center.
Yeah.
So I can see
But
them going.
he's on the
so,
IR.
So I can. Oh,
He's hurt right now.
yeah. So that could be the top center or top guard right there.
Steelers taking Broderick Jones at 17. Ooh.
He keeps saying this.
There's
That's
more.
not
There's
gonna happen.
better than Broderick Jones out there.
Yeah, well, but they think that fits well over there. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's funny because I think what's the junior coming out, the cornerback,
Gillikin! Jimmy, I love you, buddy. That's funny.
Porter.
Yeah, Porter Jr.
I see him going to the Steelers. It just fits too well.
The corner.
I like him.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
just fits too well.
That makes
You like?
sense.
Yeah, I like Gonzalez more than Porter.
But let's so
Yeah.
I guess the
Alright.
consensus is right. Like So we have probably 3-3 probably going in the draft, maybe 5-5 going in the draft, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
from what we
Maybe.
kind of
Maybe.
were discussing, yeah.
So we're going to do this a little bit later, not today. We're going to, once we get all of our breakdowns, we're going to have a big board and we're going to probably see who's going where and where we think these guys land.
Hopefully we have a consensus, like a show consensus of where we value these guys.
Hopefully. So what we're
that
going to
won't
do
happen with Ryan's garbage takes.
What we're going to do is we're going to have fun with this one. You guys, if you need to use the restroom, you can. We're going to go to Guess That Player and do the intro for Guess That Player, guys. Let's get into this. Johnny.
Or not.
I gotta go to you.
Or not. Oh, look at that.
We're waiting.
Oh, there it is. All right. There we go.
All right.
All right. So center?
Yeah,
What's about? Oh, because we're doing online.
Age
So
25.
KJ started at
Oh
center.
my god.
On the left, it's 45 games played, 2 holding penalties
His entire career?
in his entire career. His height and his weight is 6'5", 308, and his age is 25. On the right, you have 95 games played, 6 holding penalties, 6'4", 306, and age 29. Now, I think
Centers.
KJ messed up when he did this because if you look up close, you can kind of see
He's
the
got a
person on the
stash.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh man, now you can kind of see him, but I still don't know who that player is.
No, Jimmy. Unfortunately, it's not Hall of Fame edition. I tried getting KJ to do it.
Oh, that would have been funny.
I've tried doing that in the past. while we were leading
29.
up to it.
29, 95 games, 6. I mean, like that's still pretty good.
All right, both these guys are UFAs. All right. And then they're both young. And one of them plays on Dallas. The other one
Oh
plays...
shit, I can't remember this.
The other one, hold on, you're going to have fun with this one. The other one plays on the Jets.
Oh no.
And they both have the same name. So you guess one, you get the other.
Oh shit. No. What? No. What is his name? Damn it. I'm drawing a blank.
Guess one, get the other, guys.
I'm drawing a blank.
Wait, you said
I want Ryan to...
you said Cowboys and
Ryan died a while ago. He ain't here.
Oh, Ryan's not here?
He's gone.
no, he said that Panthers paid Bozeman when we were talking that.
Yeah, an hour ago.
No. See,
Oh, he's here. All right. Well, who's your guy? I'm out. I got it.
So he knows it.
I
So
don't.
he-
I don't.
He knows
I don't.
my plan.
I
Do you know it?
I don't. I do not know it.
He knows I don't like showing chat.
All right, so I'll give you like 5 seconds, Ryan, because I haven't seen anybody in the chat, and they're probably trying to look it up really quick because
Oh, they probably are.
this one's a little hard one. Obviously, it's a center. What do you think it is, Ryan? If you know it, because there's probably only 3 people in the league with the same name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
and-
Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
Josh
yeah,
Allen,
but they're
that's
different
funny.
positions.
Well,
But these guys are the
right.
same exact position.
I don't know.
Same exact name, 3 years apart or 4 years apart.
I don't know. Those are pretty okay stats too. Only.
All
6
right,
holding
you can
penalties
show
in
them and
95
see if you
games.
guys know them because you probably don't know them face-wise.
No.
Goofy looking dudes. Actually, I don't know why she has the wrong picture in Denver, but he did play in Denver. He did play in Denver. He went from Denver to.
Okay.
Yeah. So his name is Connor McGovern.
Oh.
Both of them.
What?
Really?
Both of them are called Connor McGovern.
That's
I
funny.
just thought that one would be funny to show.
That is funny.
So I was going through, and I can't believe they're both UFAs in the same year.
That's even
Yeah, that's
funny.
pretty crazy.
So let's go to the next one, Johnny.
Madden's gonna be interesting.
20 to 23.
Whatever. You can
22,
say it's dumb. I didn't see
23
you give anything.
Yeah, you didn't even. Dumb? Why is it dumb?
So games played per age, 79, and he's 25 years. He's played 79 games. He's 25 years old. Interceptions on the left, 14. Average tackles per year, 95.8. Total sacks, 0. Passes defended per year, 8.6. And then on the right, games played, 42, 24 years old. Interceptions 4. Average tackles per year 87.3. Total sacks 9. Passes defended per year 5. Both of these players are safeties. I'll give you guys that quick hit.
Diggs.
Is Diggs a safety or a corner?
I think he's a safety.
Corner.
Well, if you're asking, then it's not Diggs.
I was gonna say no. I think Trayvon Diggs is a corner.
Yeah, Diggs is a corner.
And then I'll give you one other hint. They're both UFAs.
Oh, here we go.
They're both top 5 in their position too.
Passes defended per year is 8.6 to 5. That's
They're both top 5 in their position. The reason I did averages, by the way, is because of the per year. If I would have done totals, you guys probably would have known.
really.
Probably.
25, 79 games, 14 picks. Jimmy, I don't think Taylor Rapp has 14 picks because he'd be my guess on the left. Bates?
Jesse Bates.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Denzel.
No, not Denzel. So, Jimmy Ward? Well, the Ward in San Fran.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh.
You know what? Jesse Bates is on the left. Yep. And Ward on the right. I don't know.
No Ward. Ward's wrong.
No,
No, not Denzel.
It's,
Jimmy.
no, it's Bates on the. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is. It's Bates on the left. Who on the right? On the right, safety.
You can actually
Is
kinda
it-
see,
wait,
you
hold
kinda
on. Is
see
it-
him through it. Too.
Adrian
Yeah,
Amos,
no,
he says, Jimmy.
Is it Amo? Wait,
that
no.
what
Is
I
it
call
who's the other? Bell, right?
Von Bell.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
But go ahead. Let's show them who we got.
Bell's older. Who is it? No, that's Oh shit.
Antoine
Is that
Winfield.
Antonio-
It is,
Antoine Winfield?
yeah.
Antoine
Jr.?
Winfield. All right.
Jesse
You guys
Bates
did
only
good with the
20
Bates. You
he's
guys
only
did with the good Bates.
25? Damn, I thought he was way older.
Yeah, I think he's only been in the league for 4 years,
Wow.
and Bates has been in the league for 7. And both these guys are UFAs.
There's no way he's been in the league 7 years.
Gardner Johnson.
He's only 25. There's no way he's been in the league 7 years.
4.
You just said Bates has been in the league 7 years.
No. Oh, maybe. No. You're right.
His age
No. You're
isn't
right. I
right.
think it's 4 and 3.
These are
Sorry.
pretty good. Jeez.
I think it's 4 years and 3 years. Sorry. I apologize.
Killing
we're,
me.
we're thinking of Von Bell.
I was
Yeah.
looking at so many different safety stats
Yeah.
today.
I didn't
All
real-
right,
I didn't
so
realize
let's jump
Bates
on to the third
only
one. These ones you
25.
might get. 2022-2023 season. Total rushing attempts 170 on the left. Total rushing yards 830. Total receiving yards 130. Average yards per carry 4.9. Total TDs 5. On the right, total rushing attempts 259. Total rushing yards 1269. Total receiving yards 78. Average yards per carry 4.9. Total touchdowns 11.
Kareem did not have 170 carries this year.
He didn't have 830 rushing yards.
No. I see what
And
you're saying, Cod.
I don't think he would do Josh Jacobs again.
Ryan Winfield is a UFA. Love you, brother.
I know. That.
Either that or it's an opt-out year. I could be
So
wrong.
these are-
but I'm
these are-
pretty
these
sure.
Alvin Kamara.
These are free agents.
He missed some time. Left side, Alvin Kamara.
He only had 5 total. I don't know.
No,
That's-
you're right, Ryan. You're right, Ryan.
Oh, so he's not a
It's an opt-out, I think. I'll go back and look.
opt out.
That's my bad
I
on.
know for certain neither. Rexburg kid.
Pacheco's not on the left. These are free agents, right? These are going to be free agents.
I did not say that.
Oh,
I never said that.
You only said that for the last game.
Pacheco.
you know what, Jim? You're right. I'm going Pacheco. That's a good call.
Did he really have 170 rushing attempts though?
Sanders is in like Miles. Ah, damn it, Jim. That's a good one.
Oh, you know what?
Did he only have 78 receiving yards?
Hey, Dad.
No way.
I kind of hate you.
Did you do this?
I think he owns both of them.
Yes, he does. Because I dropped.
I think he
Pacheco.
owns both the players, and I didn't even think about it.
I dropped Pacheco.
Go ahead and show it.
Jim.
As
Well
a-
done.
I did. I didn't know he owned both players. I feel stupid now.
Yeah.
Man.
Way to go.
Dude, way to know it, Dad. He's
show-
going through sleeper.
The one show Jim watches, he's like, I got you, you
He's
son
going,
of a bitch.
Dude, that is hilarious. He's going through sleeper, and he's like, dude, I have both these guys.
Yeah, so he's cheated.
Cheating.
He didn't
That
cheat.
ain't cheating.
He didn't
Stop
cheat. He
pulling
actually
a
might
Tom
know
Brady.
just because he those are his players.
Jim, well done.
Yeah, so that's funny. Great job though. Like, and the reason I brought that up, obviously, was to take us to the next segment,
What's the next segment?
and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh, they're Super Browns. Yeah! Sorry.
You guys disgust me
Is
sometimes.
that our own theme song now?
We're a little high.
Yeah.
We are on the right, so the blue one.
Oh,
Yep.
Barbell.
We're already all the way down.
Oh, No, I'm talking Dynasty.
That's
That's good
your
right
cue,
there.
Ryan.
Oh, not.
We're blue. That ain't us.
Are you
All right,
colorblind?
Ryan. Well, we always
I'm
appreciate you
talking,
stopping
yeah,
by.
I'm talking Dynasty.
We always
I thought he
appreciate
did.
you stopping by, Ryan. You have a good one.
See you, Ryan.
Toodly do.
Bye, buddy.
He loved being part of the interior offensive lineman talk. That's where dude,
Yeah.
he's so upset he's going to be missing some of this talk.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about. I don't want to talk about who's going to win right away.
So you got
I want to
Randy-
go standout performances. So let's talk about standout performances.
I mean,
Who
that's-
you see kind of going off in this game, and why? I guess would be like the reasoning. So Wheels, who do you see kind of going off in this game?
I think Jalen Hurts goes off. And I know, so that's.
What do you
that's-
mean? So when
that's
you
a
say
broad-
going up,
okay. I think he's going to surprise people with his arm this game.
With his arm.
With his arm, yes.
It really.
And I think not AJ Brown, Devontae Smith is gonna have a good game. I think AJ Brown's gonna be doubled, and Devontae Smith has the talent to be a 1A 1B guy from what I saw this season, similar to a T Higgins, and I think that's going to help them deep. And you're gonna have their tight end over the middle. I can never remember his name. Oh my God,
Goddard.
yeah, Dallas Goedert.
Goddard.
And
You got Dallas Goedert down there?
I think Nick Sirianni and the Eagles have a chip on their back going against their old head coach. Obviously, none of these guys were coached. I think Jason Kelsey's the only one that was coached by Andy Reid.
Yeah, from their Super Bowl? No. I don't even think Kelsey was there.
No, he was.
I think he's the only one left.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, because during the coverage this week, Andy Reid made it a point to go talk to Jason Kelsey.
Oh, well.
So
Yeah, funny enough,
that's not too bad,
the way they actually pronounce their last name is Kels,
that was a joke.
and their dad's like, I just got tired of people correcting people, so we're just sticking with Kelsey.
so
Is that really what it is?
Yeah,
That's funny. I thought that was a joke.
At least on
Travis put
Wikipedia.
out a web-
so I have 4 bets on this game.
yeah, but
On
Hold
top
on.
of
We're gonna,
two squares.
We'll get to the bets at the end.
I think
Let's go over standout performances
Okay.
first. So if he sees Jalen Hurts stand out, you see anybody KC standing out, going crazy?
I mean,
Yeah.
I can be lazy and say Mahomes, but
I mean, Kelsey.
That is
I
very
think
lazy. That is
I
very
think it's gonna
But I
be
mean,
it's
that's
gonna
it.
be I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
But
I don't.
I do. What is the betting line of this game? Or what is the over
I
under
forget
on
what they
this
said
game?
the average.
Oh, yeah, so the over under on this game on FanDuel is 50.5. The spread is Kansas City's favored. No.
By what?
Yeah.
2.5.
15 and a half.
1.5.
right now. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, so
1.5
1.5.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're 1.5 favored.
I like the Eagles.
I do too.
I think so.
I love the
Standout
Eagles now
player,
that they're
I
the
mean-
underdog. I didn't like
I mean
them when they were the
Hassan. I think
underdog.
Hassan Reddick's gonna ball out against Mahomes. I think he's gonna. I
I
think
almost did the player comparison of linebackers. I
really-
almost did it.
I really like Hassan Reddick. I
So-
think he's gonna
Reddick's
scare
an edge.
Patrick
He's an edge
Mahomes.
player. He's not a linebacker.
So we'll have to compare the past
He's a
two. The
linebacker.
two.
He is a linebacker at position technically.
Yes.
We're not doing that.
Yes,
That
he is.
He is
He's
an
Micah
edge player.
Parsons.
Micah
Okay.
Parsons is an edge player.
Micah Parsons is a linebacker.
Any edge can. I mean, any.
He rushes every play. He's an edge. Jesus
So the
Christ.
last time that they played each other was
This guy.
October
That's why no
20,
one listens to you.
October 2021,
do better if you did.
and Kansas City won 42-30. The last time they played before that was September 2017, and Kansas City won 27-20.
And that's fine.
So how many times have has the Chiefs beaten the Eagles in the last couple of meetings?
Chiefs lead series 5-4. Since
Ooh,
nine,
so
yeah,
it's
they've
tit for tat.
so
Yep.
this
Here comes number 5,
They're
baby.
gonna tie it up.
so this is only going to be their 10th time facing each other. Going back to the first time they played was 1972.
So,
Oh wow.
in your guys' opinion, which team has more to lose? I think Chiefs have more to
Yes.
lose than the Eagles.
I would say
What do you mean by more to lose?
yeah. What do you mean?
Respect, like they've been here before. Obviously the Eagles were here 5 years ago when they beat the Patriots.
Yep.
So I think KC, they're comfortable and they get comfortable. I think they may get too comfortable for this game.
I don't think so. I think going into this game, they're treating themselves like the underdogs because that's where they were treated like initially. So I think when you're going
Well,
in,
they are dogs. KC dogs by 1.5.
No, Casey's favored.
No, Philly's favored.
Yep.
Oh,
No.
Philly's giving up 1.5.
last I saw,
I'm
KC
looking-
was the favorite.
I'm
Casey's
looking
I
at
thought
coverage
Casey
right
was
now.
a favorite.
KC's plus 1.5 right now. Philly's minus 1.5.
There you go.
Yeah,
What'd
so
you say the over under was?
If they're going, if
15 and a
KC's
half.
going in underdogs, I would appreciate KC more because it's just one of those situations, and they should be the underdogs because the Eagles are the number 1 team in the NFL.
I mean,
Like the number 1
Yeah.
seed, a best record, best offense, best defense left.
Yeah.
So number 1 team in the NFL. Well, because
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right.
I mean,
I
it's just
think-
the way you said it was.
I think the
I-
first week after the championship round, Kansas City was favored. And then after
That's
the Pro
so
Bowl,
bad.
it's been Philly that's been.
I agree with you, Jimmy.
yeah, it's
Best roster.
Oh, yeah, by
all
far.
around roster.
hands
Yes.
down because they paid for wide receiver. They went out and got a
They're
wide
not
receiver.
paying their
Their
quarterback. They're not paying a
Jim.
running back.
Sorry.
You know what I will
mean,
say?
They're not really paying Hassan Reddick anything.
No.
I was going to say, you know where I
They're
think
not really paying anyone.
Kansas City
No.
does excel is probably in the run game. They probably do have better running backs.
Yes.
But Philly's running backs are better in the catch.
Yeah, Boston Scott,
Boston
Miles
Scott,
Sanders.
yep. Well, not Miles.
Well, Miles Sanders. He's more of a ground
Boston
and
Scott
pound.
and
Kenneth
whatchamacallit?
Gainwell.
Kenneth
Thank you,
Gainwell,
Kenneth
yeah.
Gainwell.
Boston Scott went off against obviously the 49ers.
Boston Scott,
so
I think, has
that-
like 4 touchdowns in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's going to draft him next year. You know, they love doing that.
He was
Oh,
the Gabe
yeah.
Davis of the NFC.
I mean, and then Miles Sanders
Jesus.
has 2 or 3 touchdowns right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
So do you think
that's-
this is going to be a heavy passing game or a heavy running game for the Eagles?
Well, I'll come to me next. Steve, who's your breakout? Like, who's the player you're kind of looking at in this game on both teams? Like,
So I mean, obviously, the lazy take for the Chiefs, in my opinion, it's got to be Travis Kelce. He has to have a game, or the Chiefs are going to lose. I mean,
Yes.
Mahomes can throw it to everybody else. Kadarius Toney can show up. He's my dark horse.
he's gonna have to show up. I
Gary
think.
Kadarius. I mean, you saw. I saw a report earlier this week. Excuse me, that it was Kadarius Toney's running all
they're
over
going
the
to
field.
gadget. They're going to gadget Tony.
They have to.
I think they're going to use him as a gadget player for this game.
He's going to be their wide back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And I don't think he can. Has he ever finished a game?
He's a poor Curtis Samuel.
I don't think he has.
Who is a poor Debo Samuel.
Ooh.
So he's like
He's a Dollar General compared to the Great Value.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree. Sorry.
Dollar Tree, yes.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree. Jesus. No,
My bad.
I don't know. I really think that
Curtis
if Kelsey
Samuel's
doesn't
the
show
Five
up,
Below.
if he's hurt, because they said he's playing.
That's another good thing your dad just brought up. Who do you guys think wins Super Bowl MVP?
Well, that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. Because I was
Way
going
to
to
jump the
who's your
gun.
standout, and I was going to go with my standout. I think it's going to be Miles Sanders. I think Miles Sanders is going to be a standout.
I figured what you were
I also
emphasizing.
think the other side of the field, Isaiah Pacheco is going to have a game. I know that
I
Philly's
know.
got a great run defense,
so
but
you-
Isaiah Pacheco is good in the pass.
So you think that the run they're going to open up on the runs essentially? Those holes are going to open and they're not going to be able to fill them.
I think they're going to have to.
They're going to
because
worry
you
more
have
about
to-
the pass.
I think yes, you have to be worried about Patrick Mahomes and what he can do with his arms. So you're going to have to cover Kelsey and you're going to have to cover Mahomes, which leaves Juju one-on-one, which that could be a dangerous situation.
If Juju shows
If
up,
Juju, well, I don't think
With
Juju
this
can.
secondary,
Yeah, I think he will. I mean-
I don't know. Not with this
I
secondary.
agree, which is why I'm saying Pacheco's there in the RPO,
Yeah.
right?
not the RPA,
Yeah, not the RPA.
Not the Ripper.
not the Rippa.
the
And then
Rippo.
and that's the same on the other side of the ball. I think Miles Sanders is the same situation because they're going to try to throw the ball deep. And based on what Jalen Hurts did last week, I'm not excited for him throwing the ball deep.
I think
Because one-on-one coverage, A.J. Brown, he couldn't hit him.
so. That's why I like Jalen Hurts. I think like I said, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Everybody's down what he can do downfield. I think he's going to show up.
So you're thinking the opposite way.
Yes.
I'm based on his production. He
Yeah,
didn't
but
show
I mean,
up.
yes. But they said he had a shoulder injury, and Patrick Mahomes had an ankle injury. They both show that they actually have the injury. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was walking off the field like he got shot in the leg and half
that
to
was bad.
against.
It's the script.
Watch.
It's the script. Did you see? Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins made a TikTok about reading his next script for next season already.
Oh no.
That's funny.
Who's he getting traded to?
I think if you go MVP and coming off me, I think that if Philly wins this game, I think hands down Jalen Hurts will probably win the MVP because I think he'll probably rush for about 80 yards.
So you think it's going to be
think
an
that's-
You
yes.
think we all agree that it's going to be an offensive MVP?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the last time it was a defensive MVP was like
Von Miller.
20 years ago.
I would love for Hassan. I would love Hassan Reddick to win.
So that was what in 2011, 2000.
That would be sweet.
That would be awesome.
trying to think.
Yeah, when's-
2016.
When's the last time a
16?
running
Yeah.
back won one too? That's
Well, it should have been in the Kansas City game, or the Tampa Bay win.
I see Santonio
oh
Holmes, Hines Ward.
Leonard Fournette.
No, it wasn't. Leonard wasn't there. Oh yeah, he was. What?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
What position was
last-
Dexter Jackson?
Oh, maybe it was Kansas City when they won their first Super Bowl.
With
He had
Bell?
like 160
Le'Veon- was
yards.
it
or something
Le'Veon
like that.
Bell?
No.
No.
And
I think
they had
no, they had somebody that had 160 yards and like 2 touchdowns.
Jamal Charles.
No, God, no. Jamal Charles hasn't been there.
he hasn't played since like
Terrell
2013.
Davis was the last running back
Jeez.
One of the Philly deep. No,
back in
there's
'98.
so
Holy
if
crap.
anybody does have the potential to get a defensive MVP, it would be
Yeah,
Hassan
it is,
Reddick.
I mean,
it would be
Hassan,
Hassan
yeah.
Reddick.
If you want to throw like, I don't know what his line would be for winning, but I would throw like
He would have
10,
to have
15
at
bucks
least
on him just for the heck of it.
He himself would have to have at least 3 sacks.
You don't-
and probably 5 tackles and a fumble recovery.
You don't think that Darius Slay is going to be on Kelsey?
I don't.
No,
I think it might. It'll
Why
be,
would you use
he'll be on
Chauncey
Juju.
Gardner-
He's gonna be.
He's their number one.
He'll be on Juju.
It'll be a safety. It'll be a safety on Kelsey because it's gonna have to.
You think it's gonna be safety, not linebacker?
It's gonna
I
be
put a
linebacker. You're gonna put a
linebacker on Kelsey.
He's a big
He'll
body
get
guy.
beat. Safety's gonna get beat. He's gonna get out pushed by him. He's
You're
too
gonna
strong.
put a safety over top.
Yes, as a
be spying
blatant.
Kelsey.
You're gonna blanket him.
put a safety
But the
on
only thing is when you use a linebacker in coverage, you give up that spy ability.
Yep.
Spy Patrick, which what he's saying is you're leaving the run open.
Right.
Yep.
That's why I
So-
think, to me, this is a RPO game.
Yeah.
Now, and the reason why I say Isaiah over Patrick Mahomes is because Patrick Mahomes is hurt.
Yeah, which-
he's not
yeah.
going to be sprinting downfield,
No,
and he
he's not
will.
gonna
He'll
be
do
able
what
to.
he can to win.
Yeah, but he's not going to put himself out there to get injured early. He's going to all right. Let's see what their defense looks like, and then we can execute against it after the first drive.
I think
that
you're-
both teams'
yeah.
first drive is what you want to watch because it's going to be how they adjust after that. Because their first drive is going to be scripted. Let's see how both defenses and offenses work in that. And then let's see how they adjust because Andy Reid has been known to adjust well on
Damn.
offense, but
Terrell
Nick
Davis was the last running back.
Nick
for them.
Sirianni,
98, Jim.
we haven't seen Nick Sirianni in this type of a magnitude game
97 season.
adjust.
I think.
So that's what's going to be interesting to see is how
I
how
hate when
both these
people
guys
do that.
adjust.
I think you're going to see a lot of Pacheco being a safety valve for Mahomes tonight, because he can't.
Tomorrow night.
That's a great conversation.
Whatever.
You want to know
Tomorrow
why? You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because I think he's only expected to get like 40 and a half.
Passing
rushing?
or rushing.
Really?
So would you take the over under on that? Let's look at
Moving
that prop.
into that,
Rushing,
let's
gotta get
push
that
on to
defense.
our
That's what sucks.
our wagers.
You wanna
Let
push
me
on
look
the
at
bet?
that. Let me look at that prop bet. Let's Rusher. Go ahead.
Well,
Who
while
do-
you're waiting, I put another one in.
You just put another one in?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Well-
really busy back there.
So,
Jesus.
Kadarius Toney MVP is plus 15,000.
Oh,
So $10 bet for $1,500.
46 and a half for Pacheco.
I just did one for
I'll
AJ
take the
Brown.
over.
I don't know, but not the rushing.
AJ Brown
His defense
MVP
is good, dude.
is plus 2,500.
Yeah. Just so if you
Those are the only two
Wait,
just
what-
Super Bowl
what's-
MVPs.
what's
I did.
Hassan Reddick?
I didn't do
Oh, okay,
Reddick.
my bad.
here's the thing. Like if it's outside of the quarterback, you're gonna have ridiculous odds.
Yeah, I mean the quarterbacks are probably going to be like plus 100, plus 125.
Mahomes is plus 130 right now.
So
Hurts is plus 145.
Yeah.
yeah, I bet a
Yeah.
little bit as you can see.
Kelsey is plus 1,500. Travis Kelsey.
I could see that.
AJ Brown's
But the
plus
reason why he's plus 1,500 is because you got to keep in mind who throws the ball to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So then Patrick Mahomes gets the exact same stats
Right.
that Kelsey
That's
gets.
the thing. I don't remember the last time a wide receiver won Super Bowl MVP.
Watch.
Because
Cooper
he's-
Kupp.
Cooper Cup, because he had
Oh,
like
yeah.
200 yards.
Cooper Cup, and then Julian Edelman.
Wow, I didn't know
Julian
Edelman
Edelman.
actually
Yeah.
won an
Forgot
MVP.
about
That's
that.
crazy.
It's been a while.
Watch
Santonio Holmes, Hines Ward.
So I mean,
Watch the Chiefs win it. Kelsey get the MVP, and both Kelseys retire.
So, yeah, not
That would
too
be a
many.
Super Bowl
Travis,
story.
Travis
would be-
isn't going to
They're both-
retire.
Well, yeah, he's
Right.
32,
Yeah.
so why would he?
I think he's got at least.
So-
he's going to finish out his contract. He's
Oh,
going to.
sure. I'm just saying.
I think he's
I'm
got
just
what 3
saying.
years, two
It's
or
just
3
saying,
years left.
Why does
So-
everybody else get takes? I'm getting no takes.
So for
I can't have funny things.
You've
huh?
had
No,
enough
it's
takes.
that's my name. Wheels
takes are
takes.
good.
Wheels takes. That's my name.
For a Philly
That is
line,
your
I
name.
did Philly money line, AJ Brown anytime, Jalen Hurts anytime, and Jalen Hurts over 250.
See,
Is
you
plus
just spoiled the
1100.
script. Look what you did.
1131.
Look, see, I'm funny.
Steven just spoiled the script.
I mean, Their mom's wearing the dual jersey.
See, here's the
KC in the
thing.
front, Eagles in the back.
Everybody had the San Francisco game as a low-scoring game. But they also said that it wasn't going to be a run game
And it was.
because Philly, well, and a lot of people are going to say it was a run game because San Francisco was so far behind. But Philly came out running on that defense.
Yeah, and San Francisco was down to their Christian McCaffrey at freaking quarterback, so they
Yeah,
kind of had to run.
But keep
They
in mind,
probably
though,
would've been better if
the game
CMC
plan
played
for
QB.
Philly was to go at what they excel at.
Yeah.
Because they ran with Miles Sanders. Then they got a
Yeah.
second touchdown with Miles Sanders, all before the injury.
And Boston Scott, they used him in passing. He got down. He had some yards downfield early in the first half
Right.
too, which set up for Sanders in the red zone.
And then Jalen Hurts is like, I got to get mine. Because they forced that Jalen Hurts touchdown.
Oh,
they
yeah.
forced it. They did not need to put Jalen Hurts in a
But
situation
yeah,
of getting injured.
passing wise, he did not look good.
So
Jalen Hurts did not
Did-
look good in
did
the
you
pass,
guys also-
especially deep ball.
Goddard could have a good game too. I don't know what Goddard's receiving is, but Goddard could have, they're 49.5. So yeah, they actually have Goddard up there for receiving.
Did you also hear that apparently the score script for the game came out as well?
Score script.
What,
yeah, did you-
34-37?
Yeah, 37-34
Yeah.
Eagles.
Who wrote that?
I'm gonna shit my
I don't
pants.
know where the original
NFL, Roger
one was.
Goodell did.
Yeah,
Roger's
yeah.
like,
Well, it's funny because I have it 32-28 Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, who do you have win, Steve?
Eagles, 31-18.
Okay, so we all have the Eagles. How about you, Johnny?
What do you,
Eagles?
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we take a step back? What did you just say?
I won't-
31-18. I think Mahomes gets hurt.
You think it's a blowout.
No, I think
You
there's
realize Chad Henne is just as good as Mahomes in the pass game.
Against the Browns, yes. So
No, he won a playoff game.
this guy. Yeah, against the Browns.
yeah, the reason he got credit for the winning that playoff game is because he played the rest of the fourth quarter.
No, I think he played like the second half.
They ran
think.
like 90% of the time though.
Chad Henne was good in Miami.
He got a fourth and 12 or
Chad
no,
Henne was
12
good
or
in
something?
Miami.
No.
I'm not gonna have this
Good?
discussion with you. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill was good in Miami, and he hasn't done anything at Tennessee.
But Matt Moore and Chad Henne were better than Ben Tannehill.
What?
Come on.
No, get
Come
out
on.
of
Look
here.
at this look. No,
Get
okay.
out of
Eat
here.
the
You're
hook.
a
Eat the hook.
Tannehill's
Yes,
proven
do
that he couldn't do
Yes,
it with
take
A.J.
the
Brown
nibble. Take
and
the nibble.
Julio Jones.
So
the hook.
Chad
Julio
Henne,
the hook.
Jones
Dude,
was
hold
a
on.
shell of himself, and A.J. Brown they should have never traded, and Ryan Tannehill will be
Dude,
cut.
Philly looks like geniuses.
I
trading
said that with Howie Roseman. They have the 10th overall pick. This is no matter what happens
Genius.
tomorrow night.
So Chad Henne in
Yeah.
They're in good
2022
position.
was 5 of 7 for 23 yards
Why are
and a
we doing
touchdown.
this? Why are we?
Man, do you think he got the MVP?
He had
AJ?
114.9 passer rating.
I know
I-
that game because it's in my
See,
freaking soul.
38-17. That's a blowout. Holy shit, Jim.
You did the same thing almost.
31-18.
So
That's three scores.
7-point difference.
That's a whole score. That's a big
Yeah.
difference.
So
Whatever.
Jim's
Put money on
Jim's
it.
a savage.
So let's do this. What do you guys have as the first touchdown score overall? Let's do that real quick.
Who has the first touchdown?
Yeah, who do you think has the first
Like
touchdown?
team or player?
Player.
So I have a prop
Let's do
bet.
players
I have a
for,
prop bet.
since we're talking.
Well, I have a
betting
prop
little
bet.
bit,
So my first touchdown score per team is Miles Sanders,
Which I would have to
and
agree,
Travis
yes.
Kelsey.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my prop bet right now going, and I think it's
Well-
actually that's actually one of the bundle like the.
what
I would do a Tony. I want to see how much Tony is.
what was the odd on that?
Well, it's not much actually. I think it's like 1,800 if that.
Okay.
For Kelsey?
No,
I think it's actually it might be $1 for 9, so it might be 900 actually.
Well, I just meant like the odds, like plus like 1,131, like how mine was.
Yeah, it might be $1. It might be 900.
Gotcha.
Like I think it might be $1 for 9.
Okay.
Sanders might get the first TD, but it all depends on the coin toss. Okay, let's start there.
Oh God, we're doing
Heads or
these
tails?
freaking bets. I hate these
Tails.
bets.
Hold
Tails.
on. Hold on. Yeah, wait.
Pointless.
Let's
Tails.
start there. Heads or
Heads.
tails,
Hold on.
guys.
I'm going to make that bet on live.
Tails.
Let's do that.
All right, so who wins the coin toss?
Heads.
Eagles.
Oh.
Who gets to
Eagles.
call? Who gets to call it?
Yeah, wait, hold
Eagles, right?
I think
No,
those
they're
are
home.
one's number
Eagles are
one
home.
seed.
Well, they're both the one seed.
No,
in each
the
division.
Eagles are the one overall.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be Eagles. I think so. I think the Eagles win it on the toss with the tails. I think they defer and get it in the second half.
I like the Kenneth Gainwell. Could be.
I would do a crazy bet of Kadarius Toney to get the first touchdown for KC.
Yeah, why not? $1 would probably get you like, I don't know, $2.5 million.
You're right. I do have to go back another step. You're right. It should be how long is the anthem, because that is one of the biggest.
I
bets
don't
that
know.
you face.
I don't even.
Is that really?
Yeah.
You know how much
Yes.
money the Vegas is gonna make with the stupid people that don't know how to bet?
Yeah, because they don't bet small odds. They bet
Yeah.
major odds.
How many people go absolutely broke by Monday in Ohio?
You
None.
think the suicide rate's gonna?
Because we're all intelligent in Ohio.
No.
We know how to make our bets.
No, we're
you
not.
don't bet on the Browns. That's how we know how to make
We
our
never bet. You never bet on your home team. Never. I don't care where you are across the nation. You have too many feelings about your home team.
And like
Do
I
not
said,
bet on them.
if the
If you're in Philly watching right now, stay out of this
and if
game.
the spread's under 3, you take the home team.
That has
So-
been
so
that's
the-
been
And
time true.
what was the stat? Like the home team won like the last. I want to say it's like 7 of the last 10 or something like that. I think the home team won. I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up.
Do you think so? This is obviously crazy. Do you think they'll ever get rid of Super Bowl hosting cities and just do home team?
I think, dude, a multi-billion-dollar company. Why is there not just a Super Bowl venue somewhere?
Yeah, like LA.
Why should anybody get the home team? Why should it not just be a Super Bowl venue? Best record becomes the home team. You get to call the coin toss. Should be it.
Right.
It's probably part of, well, it's all the owners. That's why they don't want to vote on that.
Yeah, but like all the money they make, they can make all that money back just making a venue.
Just make a new stadium. You'll get
Make a stadium and you'll get people to do concerts and host. It'll be the
Yeah.
Super Bowl stadium.
And it's not
and it's
just-
there every
yeah.
year.
You can do like you can do like maybe get with the NCAA and do like the championship game there or a playoff game there for the champion.
Or let's just say, in case you have to cancel a game, that could be the neutral stadium.
It's because I'm a Buffalo.
Just
fan.
saying.
So,
God forbid.
So it'd be in a warm weather area.
No, it's a
It's
dome.
gonna be. It'll be LA. It's gonna be California.
No matter
anyways.
what, it would have to be a dome. Okay? And the reason I'd say it'd have to be a dome is because nobody gets home field advantage.
A dome with real turf or real grass.
With
real
grass. So nobody gets home field advantage. Okay? You're both walking in there. You don't get either side because there's no sunlight. There's none of that
Yeah.
situation. You don't have to deal with weather. You don't have to deal with
It's
cold.
just who's the better team?
Who's the better team?
Which,
Arena
I mean,
football. Let's go. Who's the better
I
team?
mean, you could do.
they-
do
when-
soccer games there. You could do a
The last, what was the,
It's
the
a
last,
venue.
the last Super
Yeah.
Bowl that wasn't at a dome was in New York, wasn't
And
it? When they had
like
all
he
that
said,
snow.
what I would do, I don't like Vegas.
No, I don't like.
I would have to go like Texas or somewhere in the middle of the U.S. because of the time change. Both teams have to lose something.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're going to do that, you got to put it somewhere that it's going to be completely neutral. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Wyoming.
Well, the problem is that it's the problem with you could do like
Oh,
Denver.
boy.
You technically could do like a place in Denver, but the problem with that is obviously
People would
because you
be
got to have.
really relaxed in Denver, no matter what happens.
I don't disagree.
But then again, you have you're
Isn't
playing at a
Denver-
higher altitude, so that's a disadvantage for both teams.
Correct.
Which
Except
you got to
for
prep
Denver.
for.
Unless
Well,
it's
yeah,
Denver.
except
for Denver.
Yeah.
So that could be an issue. All right. So
How about this? How about you put it a state there's no team in?
the problem with that is states that probably don't have teams don't have population.
Yeah, the fans. Like
That's-
Wyoming,
that's
I
the
think there's
problem.
like a population of 37 people. Nebraska,
Hey,
North
that's
Dakota,
I think he's close though.
Montana,
He might be 50.
Montana,
Idaho.
Idaho.
Oh, sorry.
damn
Why
right.
are you? All right. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to talk about in this game? Because my prop bets to me, I'm betting on Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, kind of all day in Philly. I don't think AJ Brown has a really big day. I think AJ Brown might get a touchdown. I think that's a possibility. But I just think like they're gonna focus on AJ Brown, and I don't know. I should have
Do you
looked
think
this up.
Devonta Smith runs free?
He did in the last game.
I think the first drive of each of the team, offensive, defense, is going to show what the game's going to be.
Here's the question,
That's
Steve.
fair. Yeah.
Who excels better in the route running game?
AJ Brown.
No, in the game they use AJ Brown deep. They don't use.
Well, Devontae, they use Devontae Smith a lot in route.
Do they?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because okay.
He had a.
So
he had
this is
1,000
why I
yards
think Goddard
receiving,
could
too.
have a big day.
I think so,
because
too.
Goddard's underneath, right?
Yeah.
Goddard's doing the quick
and
slants.
they're going to use Goddard in the and the run blocking too.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, Rihanna's not going to be working.
So it's funny because you brought that up. Rihanna.
Her hair.
Well, so Cindy
Nip
Lou
flip.
Who. Okay.
Rihanna Luhu.
Jim must have missed They Mean Well.
Yeah, he did. He probably jumped in a little late.
Wow.
So Rihanna,
Pitches his own skid again.
I would say, plays 6 songs, and it's only supposed to be for 13 minutes. So
What?
there's bets on
All
what
of this
songs
for
will
13
she play.
minutes?
There are bets on what will she play.
there's 13 top
Umbrella.
songs.
Umbrella, obvious.
I don't know Rihanna. I don't listen to her.
And is she bringing anybody in to sing with her?
Probably her husband.
Chris Brown?
Jay-Z.
He's got a right mean hook.
Apparently they're friends. My sister was
God.
telling me. So
I mean,
Well,
right
she
hook.
likes getting beat up.
tell me that
so-
wouldn't be a great halftime show though, Chris Brown.
I mean,
Diamonds.
actually, it would be.
He's going over his songs right now.
I looked up top songs.
Ella, Ella,
My
Ella,
milkshake
Ella.
bring all the boys.
No,
No.
that's Kellis.
He's just naming women singers. He's
He's
like, I don't know any of her songs.
That's all right.
And that's
It's okay.
fine.
I forgive you.
So she has 14 number
So-
one hits.
Yeah, she does.
So
She's got to play 6 of them or 5 of them.
Cut
one
in
per
half.
minute.
Do every other.
No. God, if she plays 14 songs, I
That song
might
was by Eminem,
shit.
and it was featuring Rihanna.
I was
Jimmy.
gonna say, do you think she brings Eminem
Stan?
back 2 years in a row?
Just sing
Eminem
Stan?
gets up Super Bowl. Yeah.
Nah.
No. Stan would be
Well,
bad.
the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
And
No,
then
no,
Chris
no,
Brown
no.
walks in. I'm
my
sorry.
God.
Mean Joe Green
You know
Show
what?
commercial still best all time. Your dad says.
Disturbia.
I don't know if I remember that commercial. I
Work,
don't think I've
work,
watched
work.
it. That's another bet. Who has the best commercial this year?
Beer
That's a
company.
bet?
Beer companies
Well,
usually
hold on.
have good commercials.
Best one or,
Or
the
dir-
most
or like-
overused? Because it's gonna be BK.
Like, I don't even know.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper.
Right.
It needs to be BK.
Jimmy,
I haven't even seen this commercial.
that's cueing you in, Jimmy.
Yes, you
No, I
have.
haven't.
No, Jimmy, he was
Junior Whopper, double
my
Whopper.
Jimmy just kills it with the Whopper.
I don't watch TV, so I don't really. I haven't seen as much. All I
No,
watch
but
is the game.
ads for YouTube.
No, I've never seen it on
But
YouTube.
Budweiser normally has the best, or
That's what I said.
Doritos.
Doritos, that-
has
those
been
are the
good.
two.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the problem with Budweiser. Budweiser has went from ha 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 to oh.
Well, they
How cute.
Clydesdales. And,
Oh,
Yeah,
BK's
like-
not doing
What?
Oh, wow, they're missing out.
Oh, we said that, right?
yeah, because it's
$7 million for
Right.
30 seconds this year.
Per ad.
They'll go out of business.
They're already going bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean they've already closed like three spots around here. So
Yeah, at least.
Burger King's not good though.
I bet you,
no,
you know what,
thank you,
Jimmy?
Jeffrey.
I bet you any money if they
Yeah,
posted
yes,
that
they
on
are.
social media,
Yes, they are.
that is probably gaslighting you to
Burger
go,
King's
there's not
good.
going to be one, and all of a sudden one shows
Right.
up.
Well, it's like remember the Super Bowl a couple years ago when everybody was contemplating Brady retiring, and he did the. It was like
yeah.
it was
I-
a goofy commercial. I think.
How much-
I think Brady's gonna be in a commercial
I
this
think
year.
Skittle. I
that'd
think
be annoying.
Skittles should post
But,
one of their
yeah.
unbanned one of
Yes.
their banned commercials. I think
Skittles
it'd be freaking hilarious.
How does
So-
Skittles has banned commercials?
Dude, there's one where the guy's on the bed and there's Skittles coming out of his thing.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
They
And
can't
then the
put that on
girl, and then the
TV,
girls
you know
are
what?
with Skittles on her face, and it says "Taste the Rainbow."
Yes.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, they're
Dude,
hilarious.
There's a Doritos one where it's the where you put your fingers in it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's funny.
Dude, they're hilarious. So
What if BK has something during the halftime show with Rihanna? I know it wouldn't be, but
See, the
Special sauce
NFL commercials
All right, I'm done
there
with that.
for the Super Bowl used to be hilarious,
Yes.
and then
Who?
everybody all the commercials during the Super Bowl.
Oh
used to
yeah,
be
because you got
hilarious.
woke. Now it's about love
Yeah.
the world.
It's about letting your fucking kid cut his dick off.
anyway.
And we go a little too far on that one. We might have to edit that one out. Someone got emotional.
Sorry, we don't do editing here.
Yeah, we don't. That's why we're live. All right, so I got nothing else for you guys. Money line for me. I got Philly winning this game all day. So if you had to really choose, I think, like
Eagles
you
by
said,
10.
take the home team personally at 1.5 spread. So I got Philly winning. What do you guys got, Steve?
Philly,
All right.
big Philly, 31-18 Philly.
And Wheels?
Eagles by 10.
All right, can someone take Kansas City?
John doing it.
Nope.
John took it.
I'll
take
take.
neither.
You're here
I'll-
first,
I'll
John.
take
Can't
those
talk.
out.
All right,
Kansas
so you
City.
know what that guys mean?
It's
And I'll tell you, if Kansas City wins this game,
it's rigged.
it is Tom Brady 2.0. Don't bet against them ever again.
And just remember, just like in roulette, always bet on a safety for the first score if Denver has anything to say about it.
Oh, that's good.
There we go.
All right, Johnny Gesick, take your. What's your?
Calling last names now?
Yeah, well, it's Johnny G on the mic, so
Yeah.
Be grateful.
be happy I know your name.
Go,
What's your takeaway for today?
Go Eagles. Just don't destroy your city for 3 of the big games you've been in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure polls have been lubed.
Yeah.
Oh no, polls
yeah,
were
they
lubed last
were.
week and
Yeah.
people still climbed on them. So.
All right.
Did you see the guy climbing the one building?
Yes.
He scaled the.
Yeah. Guys scaled buildings. People destroying bus stops.
Did he
Let's be
die?
honest, that would be Cleveland, though. We
Oh.
all know that would be Cleveland.
Wheels,
Yeah.
takeaway for the day?
Scaling buildings.
Do not.
Do that.
Do not
Don't
Do
climb.
not,
crap.
I repeat, do not do that.
Don't climb buildings.
Take the Eagles. That's all I'm going to say. Take the
You
Eagles.
said do not take the Eagles.
No, do not take the Chiefs. Take the Eagles.
So do not. So do
telling
not
you.
not take the
Yeah,
Eagles.
do not take the Eagles, but
That's
take the
3 knots.
Eagles.
That's take the Chiefs.
Yeah, but do
Oh,
not
jeez.
not take the Eagles, but
Oh
take
my
the
God.
Eagles.
All right, all right.
Anyways,
And Steve, takeaway for the day? Weekend?
I hope it's
Year?
a fun game. I hope it's a really enjoyable game. I hope that you guys all win a whole bunch of money and you guys give some to the show so that we can continue to produce high quality content for you and not talk about trans. Anyway, God bless you. Love you
Please
guys.
like
Thank you
and
for being
subscribe,
here.
right?
Please, for the love
Like,
of God,
subscribe, and
to the
share.
show so we can start making money and giving you guys really good show. Thank you. Love you.
My takeaway for the day is, guys, enjoy the Super Bowl. Have a good time with your family this weekend. I hope the Eagles win. I hope everybody, again, wins a lot of money. Take the small bets and with a lot of risk. And I will
Bet.
tell you right now, you
Point
can
flip
win a
heads.
lot of money. So, especially during the Super Bowl, they're looking for those they want people to bet, so they want those odd bets to hit.
Yes.
So that 1,800 turns into like $3 million for them.
It'd be great.
So the other thing that I have for you guys is we're not going to see you till Wednesday. We're going to do our next show Wednesday, and that is we're probably going to do some more divisional talks and knock that out. And then the following weekend, we're going to get back into the offseason talk. We're going to talk a little bit about the offseason and what these teams are looking for. But because of that, have a happy Valentine's Day with your significant others. That is on Tuesday. It is after the Super Bowl. So I hope you guys enjoy Valentine's Day. It is a Hallmark holiday, but you know what? Spend one day a year and at least spend some time with your significant other and enjoy
I
that.
see her every day.
So
I see her every day.
that being said, I hope you guys do have a wonderful weekend, and I hope the Super Bowl, like you said, is a great day.
I hope so.
I
I
think
hope
it's
it
gonna
doesn't
be.
suck. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring.
Peace out, peeps.
Bye, guys.
Later.